What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting edition of This Week in Madden Show 211. We are live. Tonight we actually have a monster of a show. We've talked Madden Classic groups. We've got some of the competitors in the chat right now. We're going to talk about Draft Champions as a mode. We're going to talk most beard promo with reviews and recommendations on items. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about the man of the people, folks, the Madden man of the people. There's a vote going on right now in the chat. I'd love to get the live Twitch crowd. I'd love to get the YouTube crowd to make sure you check it out. Vote for ZFarls. Vote for SGibs. We're going to give a little speech right now. SGibs, you're up first.
I'm up first. You're up first. That's not what the moderator told me. You have to open with your vote. I'm leading in this vote. Go ahead.
Just another classic example of my opponent right now, SGibs, not being a man of the people. That's fine. I'll go first. It doesn't matter. Folks, Madden players of America, I've traveled around this great nation of ours, competing in tournaments and hosting events. Not only do I care and listen to your feedback that I get through email with recommendations, sometimes hundreds a day, that I do my best to respond to, I also have your voice in my mind when I go to Orlando. When I go to Orlando and I meet with the powers that be, I bring your concerns. I'm your voice. I am the guy you need as the man of the people in the Madden community. So I ask you, before the polls close tonight at the end of the show at 10, you come on into this Twitch chat and you let us know who the man of the people is. Don't forget, ZFarls will always give you an honest review about items. He'll give you lineup recommendations, and he will listen not just to your voice, but he will make sure you are heard in this community. Thank you very much, folks. And I know my YouTube crowd, who I upload this show for every week and make sure they have it first thing when they wake up, because not everybody's fortunate enough to get to watch this live. I stay up late. I try and get you guys the fastest information possible. Not always something that everybody does. But for the YouTube crowd that won't get to vote in this, just let us know in the comments, Team Farls or Team Gibbs. Maybe we'll make a new poll, because we want to give everybody an opportunity. At least I do. I know not all of us do, as that's okay. But I ask you before the end of TWIM to make sure you vote for ZFarls. Thank you, and I look forward to serving you.
Well, I would like to say it's great to be running against such a great opponent, Mr. ZFarls. You know, we've known each other for a very long time, and while I recognize a lot of his accomplishments and his hard work, his dedication to the craft of playing Madden and providing tips and tricks to the community, there's one thing that I would say that ZFarls hasn't really been able to grasp over all the years, and that's what we're going to talk about here with my recommendation for Man of the People, my vote. I would like you to vote for me, SGibs, in the Man of the People vote. He doesn't come from the same cloth that you and I come from. He doesn't come from the same loins that you and I are from. I'm out in the streets with you, grinding with you, the people, the man of the people. We're labbing until 2 in the morning. We're finding plays in Gun Bunch Week. We're giving you the best defenses to help you stop some of those offenses that you run. And we've been doing it for a decade. For a decade. Back in Madden 2009, when people were running the Gun Bunch tight end on the Indianapolis Colts playbook, inside cross, rocket catches from curls all across the field. Who brought you the cover 2 sink from nickel 155? Was it ZFarls? Was it the man of the people, SGibs, out in the streets with you? I ask, Madden 10, the Detroit step scheme, gun 2 back, wide receiver post corner. I bring these to you because I am on the ground floor with you, the people. So I ask, when you go to vote today for man of the people of this channel, I would like you to remember who has been there with you, experienced those things with you. When you vote for Man of the People, I hope you vote SGibs, because he'll save the next generation for your kids.
S. Gibbs in his glass house with his Randy Moss at wide receiver claiming he's been out in the streets. Don't fall for this message. Remember, vote ZFarls before the polls close. And YouTube crowd, this is why you need to be here on twitch.tv/Madden Tips live at 8 a.m. every Wednesday, because when these things go down, look, the poll right now, it doesn't look good for Farls. I need your guys' votes. I need you. This is the first time S. Gibbs has ever led in anything against me. I need your votes. Please, send them in. Mail them in. Thank you. Let's get into
Don't forget, gentlemen, vote S. Gibbs, man of the people. He will save the next generation for your kids.
All right. I'd like a fair race. Fair race.
No. Polls close at the end of the game of the week tonight.
Gibbs, we do have a big show tonight, so let's talk about it.
Okay.
Mailbag questions, of course. We have your Twitter questions. We have lots of different good questions coming in. We also have, let's see if we can move this over a little bit.
Boom.
There.
I like it.
I give you my desk every week.
You give me 20% of it.
That's,
You give me 20% of the
that's
desk.
100% more than you give me.
Yeah.
Let's think about this. All right. Madden Classic's coming up. The group stages have been revealed. Let's just jump right into it. Like I said, I see some of the players that will be competing in it in the challenge right now
Yeah,
in the chat. So let's talk about the first group. Group A is Xbox One. Mm-hmm. The champ is the first man in.
Yep. Juan Travolta, I believe that is VTech.
Who I took a beatdown from. So you've got those two. Would they be your two favorites coming out of Group A?
Group A, I do like Stiff. You got to go Stiff, the champ. And then the way VTech's been playing, the path that he's got here, I love the way he's playing. So my nod in Group A, Stiff and VTech.
Remember, you get everybody plays each other once. So somebody may go 3-0, somebody may go 0-3, but generally it's like 2-1, 1-2, and then the point differential, and just a lot of factors that go. And these games will be happening this weekend, starting as soon as tomorrow. So be ready to catch these games on Twitch. And Group B on Xbox is Problem. Nobody...
I don't recognize those names.
But, I mean, doesn't mean they're not potentially great players, but you know Problem will be prepared. Does he make another run?
Yes.
You feel him getting out of this group stage?
Yeah, if he doesn't get out of the group stage, it's a upset.
And so Problem, because of his performance last season,
Correct.
didn't have to go through the single elimination phase.
Correct.
Made his way to the group stage. How big of an advantage is that, not having to play those critical games that we saw Goes and Matster and Snaponic and all these big names have to cut through? Does that help you get momentum, or you just don't even want to deal with that?
I think, there's two camps to it. I think a guy like Problem, I'm not worried about him having to, be ready, prepared. Problem's like a Peyton Manning. He's like a Tom Brady. He's like a, Ben Roethlisberger. Maybe they can't practice during the week because, banged up, injured a little bit, but you don't worry about them come game time. That Problem's going to come prepared. He's been there, done that, bought the T-shirt multiple times. I would worry more like a guy in Group D, spot me please. Hasn't had, don't have the reps. Like if you're in a situation where you got the bye, right?
Yeah.
So that would be my concern. But Problem is a very unique situation. I wouldn't be too concerned if I was Problem, or if you're expecting Problem to move on. I fully anticipate Problem to get out of Group B.
Group C, lights out. He made quite a run last year. Dello, what do you know about Dello? You think he gets out?
Oldie but a goodie. I like to use that phrase. Been around for a while, been around the block. Monster got stick in MF Golfer. Not too aware of their skills at this point, but Dello and Lights out of Group C.
Group D, as in
Tough.
Group of Death.
So tough.
Spot me, please. Tremendous offense in last year's challenge. Put up a lot of points. Sonic Boom is Jet Steel, who is an oldie but a goodie. Plays a bit with Problem. Gonna be tough to beat, and just has veteran ability. Bugs, who was on TWIM last year, made multiple runs, lost to Problem 38-35 at the challenge at the Super Bowl, and Drag, who is playing some of the best football coming into this. It kind of like Stiff last year in the elimination phase was playing his best football. People are now saying Drag's playing that level of ball. What do you make of this Group D?
Drag's my dark horse. I think Drag's going to win it all. I think he has the tools after watching him play. I saw him climb the leaderboards. I have seen him win tournaments this year. But then after getting a chance to see him in action, I just love what he brings to the table. We'll talk more of that into the group stages this week, but as we progress. But I like Drag to get out of Group D. The rest, this is a tough group. This is the toughest group in the Xbox One side. I think if Jet, Sonic Boom 12, Jet Steel, I think if he can get down some of the things that he'll be doing in this Group D stage, I would think he'll get out. But if he's not able to kind of harness that power, I would probably go Boogs and Drag to get out of this group.
All right, PS4, guys, we want to know who you think is going to win. Go on the record I'm reading the chat, but also in the YouTube comments. Let us know your picks of the 2 people that get out of each group. I would love to have that, and maybe even could come up with a prize for a winner. Group A on the PS4 side, PS4, everyone generally, they'll go, PS4 maybe slightly lower competition than Xbox. That's the narrative.
That's the narrative.
I don't know if it's true.
It's the narrative.
Because there's a lot of good players in this bracket. But that's the narrative. That's what they want to say. Group A, you've got Wild, who made a run last year, and Tizzle. Tizzle was also in the challenge stage. Do you like those 2 guys to get out? Or, the other 2 guys, we don't necessarily know as much of them, but just because they're known names doesn't give them any guarantee.
I think Wild's got to get out. I think this is a big year, big spot, big tournament for Wild. You look at the Cinderella story from last year. No one expected Wild to get to where he did, right? I think that you can ride that high of emotion and that success and have that carry over into the next year. So what I would look for out of Wild is, can he carry this over, his success from the Madden 16 championship, and bring it to the Madden Classic? It all starts with getting out of the group stage. This is the single most important part of the entire tournament, because if you were playing the game and you're like Matster Gamer, you grinded, you climbed the ladder, and you lost your last game to get to the group stage. You can hang your hat on and say, okay, next time I'm going to get back. I'm going to get to the dance, right? But there's nothing more defeating than not getting a shot, being this close to getting a chance to go to the live finals at Burbank for the Madden Classic. So it's so imperative for these guys, their psyche, their ability to keep performing at a high level, to get out of the group stage. Just get to Burbank. It will change the way you look at all of this.
And then it can even take a trip in Burbank, like we saw Lights Out have to go to Burbank twice,
right?
To ultimately get comfortable there and make a run.
You catch a run. Our winner of the Madden 16 championship last year was Stiff. He went on a run.
He went on a run.
He went on a hot streak.
Wild went on a run. He needed some help. He needed some help with Duke going down in that game, if you guys forget. But in Group B, you got Hollywood, who a lot of people really, really liked at the last event. He made it out of the group stage in Burbank. Him and Stiff were in the same group. He actually beat Stiff the first game in the tournament. So he has the talent. He's still been competing in all the tournaments leading up to this. And now he's back in. So you got to think he's going to be one of the guys. Plus he's a Giants fan, I think. And then you have Joke, who's a known name. I don't recognize the other 2. This seems like it could be a hidden name. But who do you like out of the other 3 if you don't like, or if you like Hollywood?
I like Joke and I like Hollywood. Joke is one of those guys that he plays with Mo, plays with.
He's no joke.
Plays with Drag, yeah. So actually, when I got a chance to go out and film that piece with Serious Mo, sit down and talk with him about a lot of things, he had said to me that Joke is a guy he thinks that is going to make a name for himself this year. That's how highly he's been looking at
Mo
this game.
gives you props, and you've done something well.
Yep. Real quick, Group A, we got confirmation in the chat that Vision is real. Is who was it in the chat? It was I think they said Pretty Boy. That would be diabolical. Oh, True Boy, not Pretty Boy.
Gotcha.
Sorry, different guy.
Gotcha.
I was gonna say Pretty Boy. If that was Pretty Boy, Vision is real, but different person.
And then in Group C, you've got Young Kiv, who also made it out of group stage, played with problem last year, created a great defense last year, and I believe this year also. You've got Skimbo, who made it all the way to the finals, lost in overtime to Serious Mo. Canes, who I absolutely recognize from Twitter. And then Voltrax, who is mixing it up. So, I mean, Group C, do you think the two faves come out? Or, I mean, Canes and Voltrax, they're two of, like, the names people we haven't met, but we know their names from battling. Could they potentially...
Voltrax, I'll tell you, someone's got to be able to stop what he's doing downfield. So you got to see he's going to probably advance out of this group. I like Skimbo. I think what he brings to the table offensively every single game.
I think Skimbo...
This is what I think. I just think he's the guy. I think he could win any tournament at any given time. That's how good he is. That's how mentally prepared he is with his offense.
Give beat Problem at the last event.
He did, but there's certain guys that...
I mean, I know he did like the I'm Patient. He was doing surfer hair. He missed his high school graduation. Yeah. He was calm. But now he's been on the big stage. Like... Now you might say, well, maybe he has the talent, but maybe he doesn't have the experience. But now he's got a little experience. Obviously, Skimbo has some experience. If you're Skimbo, you made the run in the first tournament. Mm-hmm. You lost on a devastating interception. People said, did you keep going? Like, do you have what it takes now at this final event, the one that Stiff won?
Right.
Skimbo didn't have his best performance. Lights Out got to him early. Yep. He still has that chip on his shoulder. He always has the chip on his shoulder. He lost an OT, and then he didn't have a great performance. So I fully expect him to be ready in 17 to lock in on this. Group D. Yep. I mean,
very tough bracket. This
group of death.
I think Group D on both sides. Let's just call them Group Death. This is really tough. Goes Madden, a guy that's in the chat, a guy that I think is making a name for himself in the Madden community this season.
At least in the Twitch chats.
He is. I love seeing him here. This was a spot.
It's great.
The last spot here between Goes that we have in Group D, Goes and Madster Gamer. So two guys that are not used to seeing up on the upper echelon here, and they're making names for themselves. So, I want to root for Goes Madden. I want to root for him to get advance out of this group here, but. I'm gonna go with Mo and D Jones, man. Like D Jones, the number of games this guy plays is ridiculous, and you just can't teach that. You can't I know people have the mindset of hey, I'm gonna climb the leaderboard. I'm gonna play 200 games. When you're a guy like D Jones and just the sheer number of games he's played, the sheer number of situations he's been in, and just his preparation, he doesn't have to prepare for anything specific. He's just played so many games that he's ready.
And the stigma of he's an online guy. There was always this Madden tournament thing where I go to live tournaments, I'm a competitor, I play the best. The online guys are bums, they just play a lot, and that's why they're so high on the leaderboard. I believed that up until last year. I was like, yeah, this D Jones guy is number one, but I mean, we'll see what he does when he gets to a live competition. Right. And then he performed on the biggest stage at the live competition, and now I'm over that. Nothing fazed him. People in the chat, general sentiment around D Jones is he's a villain.
Yeah, I mean...
And he loves it, and he plays big to those numbers. And I thought last year, man, this guy played so many games. He did well, but, was he a one-year wonder?
Well, here's what happened. Here's what happened, and I think it's a similar situation with D Jones and Skimbo. Skimbo came into the first tournament, the Madden Challenge, the one that Mo won. And Skimbo kind of introduced that gun bunch style offense to he was kind of for the most part running that exclusively. Then
and he got his playbook,
right, and everything was going well for him. But I think people then started seeing that, they then adapted to it, and then we came back to the Madden Championship. He was still the same mold that he was at the Madden Challenge. So I think the evolution of going from the Challenge to the Championship, it wasn't big enough for him. He was still kind of doing some of the same things. So I think that was where his problem was. And then I would look back at the same thing with D Jones, the exact same thing. Okay, we know that you ran 2 men under. We know that that was good and effective. But people adapted and they evolved their game at that point, and he couldn't stop the run at all.
It's also salary cap too, not draft champs. Right?
I mean, he was using the quarters still, not having nearly the same success. He didn't run the ball. his MO, what got him where it got him, was running the ball.
Ran the ball in the first.
He just started passing. He went to a complete pass-minded player. So, I look at that and I say, okay, play your game, kid. Play your game, D. Jones, and you're going to get in. You're going to be fine. Play your game.
If you're Duke, you have been around a long time. You competed at the event last year. You beat on Wild early, and then you
heartbreaking loss.
Yeah, you had a really high chance of going against Trez Money. You had a really, really high chance of making it, and you lost on a Hail Mary. That was just insane. And do you come back from that? Have you been playing as much?
He's in the same boat.
Always put it together. Like those guys that know how to play, like they can always piece it together. It seems like those guys can always get their way on the leaderboard.
Duke is in the same boat as Problem. I'm never going to be worried about Duke coming to a Madden tournament and is he prepared or not. Yes, you know why? Because the last decade he's prepared himself to get to this point again, and he'll keep coming back. So I am never going to be worried about Duke's preparation. I'm now more so worried about his execution. He had no business losing to Trez Money. He had zero business losing to him. He should have won. He should.
Nope.
The way he came out and the way he played and the way he beat on Wild, he was so prepared and he had everything he needed in order to win through that stage. Trez was the lower echelon of that group, and it maybe was a letdown game for him.
Huge letdown game.
But he should have won. He should have won.
He should have lost. He had the ball in the red zone with 2 minutes to go up 2 scores, and he threw a pick.
That's what but that's what I'm saying. He shouldn't.
I'm not saying the Hail Mary was unlikely. Yeah, Hail Mary was incredibly unlikely, but
he's good enough
to have closed it out.
He's good. He is good enough to close that out, and I think he would say that. He knows that he should have closed that out, and I think he could get out of this group. I mean, I really do think he can get out of this group, but the main question will come in, does he execute to get out? He's got the talent, he's got the preparation, he's got the knowledge, he's got all the plays, he's got everything he needs to get out of Group D. All he needs to do is execute. If he comes in, plays flawlessly, he plays his perfect game, he'll get out of this group with Mo.
All right, guys, there you have it. That's the Xbox rundown of what's going on for the challenge. You saw PS4 right there, Xbox right here. Make sure you stay live to twitch.tv/EA Sports, twitch.tv/Madden Tips. If we can get these games up, if people will be streaming these games and playing, we'll be able to cast them and break them down while they're going on, similar to what we did for Master and Goes just last week. And so let people know if you guys hear of people that are going to stream their games. Just send us a tweet or an email. Try and give us the time so that we can get online and break it down. But, I mean, there's going to be some really, really good games before we get to Burbank. And then in Burbank, all these players, the best 2 from each, they'll go back into group stages again, whittle this list down a little bit, and then just go at each other one more time. So we'll be there to break that down.
Farls, anyone in particular looking to that you're most excited or most interested in watching in these group stages? Anyone in particular?
It's a good question, Gibbs. So if I had to give you my pick for the Madden Classic right now, I mean, on the Xbox side, I'm most interested in seeing if Juan Travolta, VTech, can get out of the group. You already have Stiff the Champ in there, so I think it's going to be really difficult, but he is my pick. I know you really like Drag.
Love Drag.
I know you love Drag. I know that Group D is super, super tough.
Yeah.
But I want to see what Travolta can do. Of course, I expect Problem to make it out. Now, on the PS4 side, Gibbs, if you had to give us your sure thing, your #1 pick, who would it be?
Sure thing over here is Mo. I'll say it again, as I said before. Skimbo can be the sure thing. It just can't, his offense is that potent. It's just, will he come in and will he have evolved? Has he evolved? Has his game evolved from that where it was? I think he and Mo are the most sure thing out of the PlayStation 4 side.
Yeah, and it's going to be serious, and the Madden Classic is heating up, so make sure to follow this channel for more action around that, and let us know in the comments who you think is going to win. All right. Serious stuff right there.
Oh, yeah.
Full game time. We talked about the group stages. Now we're going to go through your mailbag questions, help you guys get some gameplay tips in there. So let's actually jump into the first of our mailbag questions. of the night. This is a ground ball from Warrior Hawk. He wants to know who's the best 100,000 coin quarterback that has a strong arm and a little bit of mobility. And you don't even have to look it up, Gibbs. It's Puzzle Stafford, and you don't even have to pay $100K.
Yeah.
Because a little bit of mobility to me means 77, not 84.
There's a difference now, yeah.
Yeah, 77, not 84.
Wow. Yeah.
Or there's a newer one, not Puzzle. I always say Puzzle, but I mean Football Outsiders. Apologies.
That's ridiculously good.
So, yeah, that's cash. I mean, you could pay a little bit more and maybe go with there's a new quarterback that just came out who has 84 speed.
For 36K, dude?
With a big arm. But yeah, for 36K, you're not going to find a better value.
No.
And so take a look at him. All right. Next question here is from TJM. Tips on how to draft in Draft Champions. So, good question here. Obviously, the upcoming Madden Classic will feature Draft Champions mode where you get 15 rounds of selections and you have to build towards your team. I mean, Gibbs, Draft Champions, I don't think people fully grasp it. Like, you are always going to be weak somewhere in Draft Champions. Mm-hmm. I think people play the mode and they go, well, I want to run this formation, but I didn't get the picks. No matter what happens, there's going to be some point of your draft that you don't like. Do you think Draft Champions is a good mode to prove a winner? Like, how much skill does it take to put your team together, get a playbook, get a scheme that fits, adapt on the fly, and ultimately, like, make a compelling team based off of, your 3 selections in each round? And then if you don't get anything early in the draft, how do you make it change later?
I think anyone can survive the draft portion in terms of drafting your team of like your players. Like, anybody can survive. Anybody can put a team together. Like, you're gonna get roughly like the same type of layout. Like, you're gonna get this legend, they're gonna get a legend. Like, yeah, sure, there's gonna be some different draws and people have better overall teams, but like, you can still put together a solid team that can win you a game.
Right.
Everybody can do that, right? I think the most important thing about Draft Champions is your ability to adapt to the playbooks you get. Now, the way that can hurt you is based off of your preparation heading into the tournament.
Yep.
If you just go, nope, I run gun bunch. That's all I do.
Don't you have to think that you're going to get a gun bunch? I mean, you're going to get 3 playbooks. Like, the odds you get gun bunch, maybe you don't get corner strike. Maybe you don't get verticals as a quick audible.
Corner strike is a big deal.
Maybe it's a draw instead of halfback base, but like, don't you got to think you could get...
Corner strike is a very big deal in the gun bunch, especially this year. So I think you're like, the thing that you head into and where you run into problems with Draft Champions is if you are too much of a like reliant on like one formation from one specific playbook, or like you have something gimmicky where like I only like this play, and if I don't have this play, I'm unsuccessful. There's some things that you can do to like mitigate some of those problems, like learn how to run the ball effectively, learn how to like effectively use like a single back ace, a gun doubles. Like most every playbook has those 2 versions. But learning how to run the ball effectively can be something that can help you perform better in Draft Champions, and then you adapt to some of the other passing plays. So I think it all starts with the playbook. The playbook sets the tone. If you can adapt and you can adjust to the playbook you get and still be successful, like that's the name of the game. And some people can, some people can't. But it's based off of your preparation and your willingness to adapt and kind of go outside your comfort zone and not just say, nope, I only run gun empty bunch quads. That's it. Because like if that's the name of your game and you get into that, like, bro, you got a 3 playbook shot.
Right. And in Draft Champions, to me, it's like, I think Master Gamer, he had the Steelers playbook. There's some stuff in there that you like. It's a good playbook, but if it's not fully what you're comfortable with, like, you know what plays are good or supposed to be good, but people are doing such specific things on defense that, yeah, maybe you can win your first 2 games, but like your 3rd game or your 4th game, or, if that Steelers fullback inside that you're relying on from that unique thing is not working against this one opponent, well, then now you got to go to your 2nd player, your 3rd player, your 4th player, and then it's like, now I'm just behind. And so, yeah, the playbook is pretty killer. Now, as far as the players go, you got to know your base players. Like, that is one thing that is an absolute must. I think Trey Wayne's one of the base CBs. Like, people, if they get him, they put him off the edge and blitz him because of his speed. And if you don't know those little intricate player base teams, which change every time, like, we saw guys last time not use Jimmy Garoppolo.
Use Jimmy Garoppolo.
Or, not draft corners, or there's all these little strategies. And what I like about it is nobody really had a confirmed way to play it. Like, it really is different every time.
Right.
People, like, I saw Lights Out, who's probably one of the most knowledgeable Madden ratings guys, tips guys, spend like 45 minutes on a draft.
Yep.
Every pick. And he had Fitzpatrick, and then he had, and it was tough in his first event because he didn't get, the exact playbook he needed. So, yeah, anything can happen in Draft Champs, and that's another thing of what makes the Madden Classic group stages so epic. So, really looking forward to that this week. We're going to be playing a Draft Champions game tonight, so be ready for that.
Do we get to draft?
Yeah.
Yes.
I get to draft, but then you got to play.
Come on.
Or you can draft and I can play. Wow. All right, first tip of the night here with some gameplay, Gibbs. How can you beat the nickel mid blitz if he has like much better corners than your receivers, and then if he's using the halfback? So this is actually a more popular defense from like the 2-4-5 wide. Like the that one, yeah.
Okay.
So if he's gonna run this play, what would you do to beat it potentially?
Fine. Okay. Got it. So the way I would look for it is I'd like to try and isolate the halfback, like getting the halfback in a unique situation. Like, that's the guy, like, they're using the halfback. They're using the halfback or the fullback. So however you can find a way to make them have to respect the halfback, I think a great way to do this, keep going. You had to play, it's the route out of the backfield of the halfbacks. Very difficult to stop. The wide receiver curl, I think that route will give it to you.
Okay.
I think this is the best way to kind of attack it, because, like, this is how they're going to use it, typically, is what you see. Like, because this is the least concerned route that can kind of hurt you. And like, you make them pay there, and if they're a second late on that,
right? Because they're gonna maybe look to stop the tight end for like a quick second,
right?
And then you're gonna run verticals, right? So maybe potentially, I don't know, SE is not gonna come out of the backfield right away, and that's the issue with this play. You would think this play is kind of terrible.
It's kind of good.
But if you don't know that somebody else is running this, and then they don't like maybe bring everybody up quite as much, like. The play is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think you need specific routes, and there's specific ways to attack it. I think if you get your max protection scheme down, like, pretty well, like max protect everybody here.
Okay.
And if I call press, like, and if you take advantage of whoever your number one option is, like,
I would probably
you'll have
throw
success.
a streak to Tavon off.
Yeah. So like that's one option. I think I'll give you three ways you can be very successful in attacking this. Right. Find those one-on-one matchups that's like there. Max protect, find your one-on-one option to your best vertical receiver. Option number 2, look for the halfback out of the backfield on these table routes. These routes, because what ends up happening is, like, if you keep hitting me over the middle of the field to a quick slant to the tight end, like, I'm eventually going to cheat once, and then you got me beat. And then I'm beat.
And that's a lot of yards for a 3-yard pass.
Correct. The third way I'm going to tell you to attack this, dragon routes. So if you're making them from this one formation, respect the halfback out of the backfield, tight end slants, vertically downfield, and then you can mix in, you had it by default, right there to RB.
Okay.
Then you mix in a dragon route to RB, like, he's going to win that, and then just bang.
Yeah, he's going to win that potentially based on any matchup. I know they might have Champ Bailey. I know they might have, you noted that they have really good players. But you should be able to get that cheaper version of Cooks.
Yeah.
And he should be able to cook. That's not even going to tie in the route running, I don't think. So you should be able to win there.
And one running tip, any outside runs are going to be pretty successful. So like a halfback base is power O. Like, you're going to have a good matchup right there.
Right.
Because you're getting out wide, and the defense has so many defenders stacked in the A gap that typically they're there for run support. But now, like, your running lanes are all jacked up on the defensive side of the ball here. Like, you have no second-level support. Like, there's no second-level support. So if the offense does their job and gets hat on a hat, like, you can find one lane and go. Like, with enough speed, a couple block sheds there, offensive line didn't do their job. But you find that running lane, you could potentially just be gone.
Yeah. So. You could go to corner strike. I like that against that, but maybe with those corners, he wasn't getting the separation. But remember, just throw it a little bit earlier, and you should be pretty good. All right, let's take a look at the next mailbag question. This one is from Steel Town, one of my favorites in the chat right now.
Steel Town.
He wants to know, what's the best blitz from the dollar formation? He says when he uses the the spinner play, he gets beat in the run game too much. Is there a blitz that you like
Sure.
from dollar?
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily like it's really kind of like any play, but let me go to dollar here for you. We'll go here, dollar. Actually, can I change it from dollar to 146? Or we'll start with dollar and then we'll move.
Yeah,
We'll
we can
progress.
see, and then you can go to 146. I know he's maybe in the Browns playbook too, like we are. So I think the concept's going to be very similar. The difference between the dollar and the big dime are you have ends at D end in dollar.
Yep.
And you have linebackers at end in the 146, but otherwise, and
So,
safety, but it's close.
This is more going off of, this is a tip that I first saw the meta of the way people were playing in the single elimination round. Watching so many games this past weekend. I watched way too many games, but it was awesome. A lot of people were running a variety of a defense that was either 146 dollar, and the setup that I was seeing is they would move the linebacker over here with a line shift, and then they were blitzing him directly over the D tackle here, and then they would user Jamie Collins. God, that's depressing. And they would user him here. This was like a run support defense, right? Because he would come in untouched, or he would eat up a guy, and then it would be a clear running lane for your user. And then off of that, they would man up the opposite routes. So the slot corners, they'd man them up here, because if you run drags, they're in position to play defend. If you run a post, they're going to then be in position to make a play. So that was the first off what I saw. So then I started getting in the lab and I just started tinkering, like, well, can I make this better? So what I found was this. If you were to go ahead and do the same thing, move the linebacker here, right, and he's blitzing, the next thing you would do is if I just blitz this guy off the edge here, in this instance, what I found, and I did this specifically from Big Dime 146, but I found that this was a great way for me to get pressure off the edge from the 146. So snap the ball. Let's see if it kind of works from dollar. Didn't work from dollar, but the A gap came in because you're still setting the appropriate number of defenders. It just actually came in from the A gap from dollar. So let's move it again.
So you got to make sure he gets to that gap.
Yep, gets that gap, and then like I would say man up quick here, and then user Collins here. Maybe a little more depth on the slot corner, and maybe that'll help. But yeah, see how he's coming off the edge, and then I would then user somebody else. So I'm seeing that could be a universal way to do this, right? So I could go like this, right? I could go here, 2-man, right? Let's mess with 2-man, right? Right.
With 2-man, this could be good.
Right. So now I'm in 2-man, right? And let's just do a QB contain. Go ahead, snap the ball, 2-man. Didn't work, but like it's going to work. In that case, it didn't. It like you're still blitzing the same number of people. You're still having the same number of people go after the quarterback. It might have been the nose tackle. Let me see. So if I look at here, he's going left. So it was. So I would have to go like that because I need the nose tackle to go left, right? So that would be my question. Maybe move him back.
Your LB went back, right?
So just go here. Yeah.
Okay.
What? So that's my thought. Yes, and he's trying to come up.
Yeah.
So like this is universal, and you could do it off either edge. You can get pressure. You could do pressure left. You could do pressure right, and that's that I think it's working. I think it'll work pretty well for you as a base. It's any play, so you have to kind of be adjusty with what you're going to be doing with the defensive stick, but it gives you a lot of flexibility. Like you can go ahead and run, if you want, go crazy, right? Like blitz off this edge and blitz him here, man him up on this side, over the top coverage, get him over here. Go ahead, snap on the ball, like. Okay, now I'm sending pressure off the opposite edge, and so there's a lot you can do with it.
So, regarding the left slot, just a quick question from the chat. I mean, you have a deep zone there. What routes are you concerned about if you unmanned him up?
If I unman him up?
Yeah, like if you were going to send pressure off the left side, like would you user that left slot if a slant came? Like how would you, like if you were going to blitz the left slot here?
Okay, like that?
Yeah, so like.
What I would do is.
Are you nervous now, or?
I would do this. I would probably go. I'd probably put him. Let me think about this. How would I defend this? I definitely wouldn't want to man him up, so I would probably go. I'd probably do something like that. If I was gonna play man.
Yeah.
Because then if the halfback goes anywhere but the right, I can cover him, and I want to make sure I can defend the halfback, and I want to be able to cheat on other routes.
Right.
So what I would probably do is this. I'd probably go like this, make them think I'm using him, and then I would just click on and not move.
Gotcha.
And then sit there and then go. Like it's something like that. That's some type of variety. I wouldn't call that cover two man one very often. Like here's the other thing you could do. real quick, sorry. So here's the other thing you could do. So you could go cover 2 man, right? If you wanted to get nifty, like go ahead and do this, right? Like if you don't want to unman anybody, right? Just do that. Bring the safety down. Go ahead. Snap of the ball. Like that's definitely a reality too. Like you can do that.
I like it. Good tip right there. We're going to jump into the next mailbag question here on This Week in Madden Show 211. But before we do that, I just want to implore you guys that the vote is close. We are almost there. ZFarls just needs a little bit more of your support to be elected the man of the people. So please click on the link. YouTube, I know you're watching right now. You're just like, man, Farls, I wish I could get out there and vote for you. But that's why you got to watch live. So thank you for your votes. I appreciate you going to the polls. Let's get into the next question.
No, before he gets to the next question, if you get 30 seconds, I get 30 seconds. Don't forget, gentlemen, I have been on these streets with you. I have been in the lab with you. I've been grinding with you, finding those plays, finding the blitzes, finding the counters to the blitzes, finding ways to stop some of these offensive plays, and giving you some of the best schemes for over a decade right here on this channel. And I'm just kind of happy to be here with you. I would appreciate your vote in the Man of the People election this year, 2016. Don't forget SGibs. Vote SGibs, because for the next generation, he'll save your kids. You like that, right?
I don't even know if that makes any sense.
SGibs kids, like it kind of rhymes.
Shout out to D Jones for stopping by the chat. Jones, we did go over the group. We had nice things to say about you though, so don't worry.
Is that D Jones?
I think so.
That's DJ Jones.
Maybe it's not D Jones.
That's DJ Jones.
I think that's D Jones. I don't know. All right. Here's the other thing: is like Shearer just dropped a great. I mean, he voted for Gibbs, so I'll give him credit in either way. But he put a setup in the chat from the Eagle play, like in the middle of the show, and like if you're not watching now, like you didn't see it and you weren't labbing, so you missed it. You know what I mean?
Shout out to 4Man30. He said used to be a YouTube fan. Stream is so much better.
Yeah, I mean they're both good, but you know we'd love to have you live. All right, next mailbag question from Ducks. He wants to know, Gibbs, should you have 4 different halfbacks, one for every role? So, like, do you need a power back, Todd Gurley, for 3rd and 1? Do you need a receiving back out of the backfield, like LaShawn McCoy? Do you need, like...
That's a great play by me.
As an overthrow by Case Keenum, but that's fine. Do you need a back that can just pass block? So if you're going to block your halfback, you would get the back with the highest pass block. Like, how many backs do you need?
1.
Just 1.
Ready?
Not everyone's man of the people, though.
Most field battle ready.
Can he catch out of the backfield?
Yes. That's the only back you need. That's it. That's all you need. If you can't get him, just get the other Derrick Henry. That's it. Team of the week, Derrick Henry. Done. Only halfback you need. You need 1.
Okay.
Undisputed best halfback. One of the best halfbacks I've ever seen in Madden.
So I'm going to say I like your thoughts, Ducks, on this question. I would get 2. I would get an agile back who can catch out of the backfield and then get a truck back as well for short yardage potentially. And I think a Gurley or a Johnson or somebody who's going to cost more could do both of those things, but I still like to have a couple. All right, let's take a look at the next question.
Mailbag.
From Catmaster. He, since the patch, has been struggling to run the ball. He says the defense always seems to block shed. Do you have any tips to run the ball since the patch? Do you think that there's a lot of block sheds out there? Like, how are you running the ball?
Yeah, my question would be, what play, like, how are you trying to run the ball? I have noticed a tremendous amount of block sheds this year when it comes to gun inside zones or like gun halfback base. While I think those are good runs, I think that they are more of a complement to what you want to do offensively, and they're less a staple and foundation. That was awesome.
Yes.
To what you are doing in your offense. So if you rewound and look at Madden 16, the run game from gun, inside zones, 0-1 traps, all that stuff, that was the foundation. That was like home base. That's what you built your offense off of. Make them have to spend so many resources to defend the inside zone that you then opened up for verticals, all your different aggressive catches by taking safeties away, right? So this year, you can't have that same mindset, especially when it comes to gun runs. Like, it's really hard to build an entire offense off of a gun, gun inside zone or halfback base this year. So what I would recommend is, like, if you really want to establish the run, go and look to some of your more power sets. I don't even think it's a good idea to go to single back ace. Like, I really think the way you want to run is you need a lead fullback. You need a guy that can get out there and set the edge for you, open things up. Like, the runs that I think are most successful is a combination of a halfback dive, a power row, and a stretch. Like, those 3 runs, if you can find those 3 runs in a power run set, strong eye twin, strong eye pro, just strong pro, I form, I tight, I pro twins, like those type of formations with a lead fullback, if you can mesh all 3 of those runs together, you're gonna have a lot of success. I've been able, me personally, been able to absolutely destroy on the ground with I tight out of the Denver Broncos playbook, which has all 3 of those runs.
I like it. I like it. Try those runs out. The block sheds are tough, but you've got to continue to try and run the ball as much as you can. Quick side note here, Gibbs. Show me your defensive play call.
This?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what you're in right now?
Yes.
All right, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Why is X going to get open, but B is not going to get open as easily?
Let's get our beakers out.
All right, hike it. I can throw to X.
Because the halfback route, bro.
Correct, but then I put the halfback going to the right. It's not the same route. But watch B.
Okay.
Even if I just do this. The seam linebacker plays. Why does he drop to the B route? Because it's a corner?
No, let me see.
Tremont Williams?
Let me see. Hold on. So.
It's because they're on the same
vert hook
thing.
Booty? What? Is that guy's name?
I saw that earlier. I'm like, I don't know if I'm seeing this right.
Booty Calhoun and then Williams Sr.
It's Tremont Williams.
So hold on. Let me. Vert hook. It could be the alignment of the formation. Like, let me just do that. Just curious. It also could be the player. So let's just try that. Like, let's just see what happens. Go ahead. Do it again.
So both of them picked it. I know we got a small sample.
So this time,
size.
throw to the other guy.
Matt's are saying B is a shorter route.
It could.
Yeah.
A little shorter. A little shorter. Yeah, a little shorter.
A little bit.
So go this time to X.
But the seam runs with.
No, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Do it again.
Okay.
Do it again. One more time. Let me just. This is the lab coats and beakers part of the show. And I'll tell you why. Go ahead. Just do it again.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go. I don't care who you throw to.
Okay.
Let me
flip it and see what happens.
It has something to do with the positioning of the tight end. So the tight end. So they both got chucked.
So that was flipped. So that worked.
It's the positioning of the tight end and the slot receiver, and the tight end's on the line, the other guy's off the line. So it's the actual positioning that I think is changing it. And I think the route to Kendricks has more of an angled stem, which I think is maybe drawing that defender like. You see how after his press he's already out there and he can recognize it, whereas watch this opposite side. Go. Run it again.
Okay.
No, it's not the halfback. I think it's whether or not the defender recognizes the vertical.
Let me send A on a fade and see if he gets more or less occupied. I don't get this. And then if you do a wheel to maybe grab the flat a little more, he's still playing it, you know.
Wait. We're forgetting one part of the equation.
What?
The middle linebacker.
Yeah.
He's running after Kendricks. Watch. Go. Right? He takes him, mans him up. the other slot,
Yeah.
his responsibility is to take the slot.
Yeah.
So he leaves that open, which then frees up this defender to go and do what he wants.
Got
Let me
it.
just do this. Let me put him on a hook curl, which is a different mid. Is that
You want him on a
okay? Let me just put him on a hook. Let me just
hook roll spot drop, right?
do that.
Puts him. Got it. All right. So now.
Let's just see if it's different. It is. Yep, that's what it is. So the middle linebacker is taking vertical responsibilities to Kendricks, which then is freeing up this defender to go
wherever he
and make a
wants.
play and do a spot drop hook.
Got it.
Make sense? Let's show the example again, everybody. Watch Kendricks. This middle linebacker, Schobert, he's going to play man assignment vertically. He recognizes him, and then he goes vertically. That allows the other defender to spot drop it to a hook. On the opposite side, there's no defender over there. Let me do this to try and mimic it. Let me man him up, and let's just see if that allows that hook to then spot drop. No,
Maybe here. Gibbs. Well,
he's not smart. He's
Yeah.
not smart enough to know that.
Okay. Good to know. Just wanted to check that out, guys. That's some of the knowledge that goes into the game, trying to figure it out, how do you beat cover 2? Okay, we could throw this route behind it, but we can only throw it on one side. But maybe you think it's the halfback route, but then it's like, well, what if I move the halfback? So all just things to consider. And when you make a mistake in Madden or you throw a pick, it's like there's a lot going on.
So here's the technical term for it. The mid read is going to defend the trip side. So the trip side is the Gurley, wherever Gurley is, because it's a balanced formation. So the mid read's going to defend the vertical on the trip side.
Correct. They're going to count the numbers in from the
So
outside.
he should.
Now it
I don't
should-
know if that'll change though. Let's see. No, but they all spot dropped.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
So watch. If we go back and take the instant replay here, you're going to see it did change. The motion of Gurley did change, where you're going to see this defender here, 20. He's not going to play vertical with quick now, and neither will the middle linebacker. They just spot dropped. So here, watch. Take a look. So see how they're not running vertically now, and they're just spot dropped. They're in a back pedal, which means they're spot dropped. Typically, 20 on all the other plays, when we didn't motion the halfback out, he was actually manned up. You can tell they're manned up when you see the back of their numbers. So that's what's happening.
Cool.
That's the lab coats and beakers. And guys, let me just remind you, that's why you vote for a guy like me, SGibs, as man of the people, because I'm on the streets, I'm out here finding that, diagnosing the play, breaking it down, understanding it, and delivering it to you and giving you the answer in real time. Don't forget, vote SGibs, man of the people, because in the next generation, he's going to save our kids.
Folks, I would argue that the questions are more important than the answers. ZFarls asks the tough questions, the questions you don't want to hear, the questions you don't want to talk about at Madden parties. I bring those questions down to work with my constituents all across the nation. You give me the questions, I bring them down, I collect them, and I honestly ask them. And I wouldn't ask you for the feedback if I didn't truly deliver that feedback to Washington, to Orlando, to make this great.
To Washington?
You never know where you're going to go. Vote ZFarls, man of the people. Thank you very much. All right. Next question in the mailbag. This one is from Kat. We hit that one up.
Could be anything.
Could be even a bus, even a boat. Let's find out what indeed it is. Big Papa is looking for cover. He's looking for linebackers, either cheap or expensive. One for pass rush, run stuff, and then one for coverage. So, I mean, Thomas Davis, I know you missed out an opportunity on the 86. I think he's a left outside linebacker. Don't worry about if they're left outside or right outside, but do you get a Levante David? Do you get a Sean Lee? Those are the guys that you want to get for zone coverage drops. Telvin Smith had an original that's pretty good.
The Telvin Smith team hero is one of the best in the game. If you had him.
Yeah.
The other guy I would recommend is Team of the Week Zach Brown Band. Team of the Week Zach Brown Band is going to be one for coverage.
Yes.
His run stuff might hurt you a little bit.
For pass rush and run stuff, I'd say the Willie Young is good. The Melvin Ingram, if you can afford him, is good.
Pernell McPhee.
McPhee's good.
For pass rush and run stuff.
Khalil Mack, maybe.
Mack, yeah.
Those are some of the options that you can go.
Yeah, Kevin Green, believe it or not, is one of the best
Great pass
overall linebackers in the game to put at the end. His 1 weak spot, I believe, is strength, 88 strength, but his block shed's high and his power move is high. So his block shed's like 92. His power move is, I think, 92, 93. And then he's got some good speed accelerate, like in coverage skills. Overall, like for what you want a DN to do on an every down basis, that Kevin Green, ciao bella.
Could be your guy.
Real quick before we start, man of the people, just, I'm reading the chat, hanging out.
Yes.
Retro Assassin's in the chat. He says, yeah, man of the people will answer this question. He says, I changed from the Packers O book to the Broncos O playbook.
Gibbs,
what
you
should
don't
I
even
use?
read the chat.
I do, I just did.
You hardly
What
read
I
the
would
chat.
recommend as being a man of the people, a constituent for the man of the people, for the people, like yourself, Mr. Retro Assassins. I've been in the streets. I've played in the streets. And I understand when you change a playbook like that, how difficult it can be to really get your offense on track and focused in where you want it to go. So my recommendation for you, and something I will lobby against Big Farls propaganda, Big Farls-ganda over here to my left, is that I recommend that you use a single back trio in that Broncos playbook. There's a great combination of plays between the bubble screen, the PA rollout. You're also going to have the halfback blast. It's really effective.
Yes.
And primarily, I would tell you, focus on the gun bunch out of that playbook. You got corner strike. You got 4 verticals. I also love gun wide trips open. The combination of wide receiver fork, PA wide receiver in, and corner strike is a great formation. And I appreciate your vote by the conclusion of this show tonight, at the end of the game of the week, for Man of the People.
Thank you very much. And
SGibs
since
will save the next
ZFarls knows
generation
how close
for
this
our
one
kids.
is, he also reads the chat and is also a man of the people. He's the man of the people. And Ryden wants to know, what's a good defense to use? And Ryden, I'd like to answer that question for you because I read the chat, I feel your pain, and I have also struggled with defense throughout my career. Now, fortunately, on youtube.com/ZFarls, I just posted the Browns playbook breakdown. I go through a step-by-step process of every formation in the Browns defensive playbook. I believe it is one of the best in the game. I show you how to stop the run. I show you how to stop the pass. I show you how to blitz and get pressure so that you can feel confident in every situation that you'll come across. Now, I broke it out of the individual TWIM episode from last week so that you, the people, would have access to free information, and that is my goal. I hope this video helps you. I know it will. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to email me, maddenbible@gmail.com, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. I would also like to take just 1 second to address something that has been said in the chat that I would like to say is untrue. They're asking me to address the claims that I am indeed uncoachable. And to those rumors, all I can say is I've been coached all my life. I've been coached to succeed through repetition and experience. And sometimes it's not the person executing the commands on the controller. Sometimes it is indeed the coaching. I've gotten a lot of victories, and I've suffered a lot of defeats through that same coaching, as Gibbs has been known to be scatterbrained at best. He often shouts setups. He doesn't understand us players like me and you, who maybe don't have the most advanced setups and don't know every single command and every single button, and can't just push a million buttons at one time while somebody screams at them. So the rumors that I am indeed uncoachable is patently false. And I think you'll see over the course of my gameplays where I did use all 32 team playbooks to explore and ultimately be able to give you better gameplay experiences. Well, no matter what playbook you want to use, you shouldn't have to use the Broncos playbook just because SGibs says it's the best one. No, you should be able to use whatever playbook you want. And I've done that through delivering that via using all 32 playbooks. Gibbs can't say the same. There's no evidence that he has used all 32 team playbooks in online head-to-head true games and broken them down to make you a better player. That's all I have to say about those rumors. And make sure you vote Farls. The race is close. It's heating up. I need your vote. I implore you, please pick up Man of the People vote for ZFarls. Polls close in an hour. All right. Next question. Gibbs, since you're a man of the people and you have Randy Moss,
I would also like to let the
he's not
chat
my
know.
number one.
I'd also like to let the community know that a ZFarls also has a Randy Moss on his roster.
Don't point fingers. Do you want Moss for $700K? Would you purchase him?
Yes.
Think he's
If
that
he had the
good?
coin, I think
If Julio's 400K, Moss is 300K better.
he gets animations that I haven't seen anyone make yet. Like he catches the ball like in the air and he's like on his side. Like he makes these animations that I haven't seen yet anyone make in this year's game. So until I see someone else do that, he does a lot of things that no one else in the game has done. So it's a ridiculously like expensive item in terms of coins. Like so like take that with a understanding that like this is going to be really hard to get and acquire, but if you have the coins to do it, yes, I think it's a big time upgrade. But make sure that you're spending, like you could spend that 700K coins
you
on
get
a lot of good things. On a lot of good
Gronk,
things.
yeah. Shane O'Mac wants to know, Gibbs, what are the differences in cover 4 between like the 3-4 and the dime, like in nickel formations? Like, what makes cover 4 different in those? I mean, they're all cover 4. You're all going to have 4 deep zones, but like, what is there a difference?
The difference is your underneath coverage. When you're playing in a 3-4 set, you get 2 hooks. So look at 3-4 odd, cover 4 drop, show 2. You see that you have 2 hooks. When you are now in a nickel formation, typically, especially in non-3-4 playbooks, you're going to find your cover 4 is only going to have 1 hook over the middle of the field because that extra hook is now rushing after the quarterback. So that's the big difference between nickel and like a 3-4 or even a 4-3 like base formation is you're gonna have less coverage, more pass rush options.
Good stuff. All right, let's keep going here. We're almost to the game of the week. We have a couple more questions that I want to go through on Twitter, as people I know use that as a platform to send in. Gibbs, we're going to go rapid fire on a couple of Twitter questions.
Okay.
How to stop mesh. We went over that last week, but basically...
Yeah, if you play man and have one rush or drop one of your DNs into a flat zone, and then you user the other drag on the opposite side of the field, you'll, for the most part, stop the annoyance of mesh.
Is the read option dead this year?
Basically.
Useless.
Yeah, it's just not as good as it was.
Right.
In spots, it'll be good. But, like, foundation of your offense, no.
All right. Let me see if I have one more question. Looks like we are good in the mailbag. Remember, guys, get those questions in each week.
Get those votes in.
Exclamation point, TWIMQ.
Get those votes in.
And we'll make sure to lock it up. A classic move by SGibs to end the polling early before the YouTube crowd
didn't
has
end the
chance
poll early.
to vote. That's okay.
Didn't end the poll early.
You know, your comments will be heard, America. Just leave it in the comments, and we'll know. Well, I'll tally those up one.
I'll tally up my YouTube channel then.
You'll have to post this sooner. All right, next question in the mailbag from nobody, because we finished it. But we do have a brand new Ultimate Team move. So let's actually go through and check out the newest items in Ultimate Team. Right here is the most beard overview. It's Movember. Gotta fear the beard. And so that means we get all new items. Big shout out to Mutt Guru, who has a collectible. I tried to search for it in-game earlier, but if you do get the Mutt Guru collectible, you'll want to cash it in for a shot at an item. So let's just get right to it, Gibbs. Matt Prater, usually one of the most highest kick power kickers in the game, only has 93 on this version. I think he hit a 58 to send the game to overtime the other night. So only 93 kick power, though. I think you can do a little bit better.
Yeah.
But not a bad item. Weddle, to me, is always an interesting guy.
Always plays well.
Always plays well. You look at him, you go, man, he's got 87 speed and no pop in his bat.
Yeah, tackle's low too, though. That's concerning.
But he gets out there, the final edition from a year or two ago, and he just kind of...
I love him in pass coverage.
Good play rec.
I'm concerned a little bit with 83 tackle. Great play rec for pass coverage in run situations, but 83 tackle going against a guy like Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I'd pass on him for now. I'd like to see how he plays, according to reports, but there was some pretty good options that came out at free safety recently, which I've been reviewing on my channel, so make sure you check those out. and you might be able to save some coins. Eric Decker has 91 route running.
Not bad. This is a nice item.
Only 87 speed, but I mean,
right.
He has the catch and traffic and spec, and the route running really kind of separates him.
What I like about this Eric Decker, I think he's a great comparison to Legend Tim Brown. He's a nice budget version of the Tim Brown. Brings a lot of the same things that Brown brings with his route running, catching traffic, and release and spec. So I love the Decker for a Tim Brown replacement.
First time SGibs has ever used the word budget, folks. Vote for ZFarls. Next up is Kelsey. I would pass on him, but he has that eye. I think it's called like impact, or it's some type of ability chemistry or something. I need to find out more about it, but with the most feared chemistry and that right there, I gotta take a look and see what that does. We'll have further information on that hopefully soon. Sitton is an absolute steal at left guard. I loved his base elite. I think he's a guy that if you get, you'd be pretty happy. I mean, he's going to be costly. He always is, but he is one of the more rock solid guys in the middle. Shane Vereen has 85 route running.
No.
85 route running. If you need a pass catcher, I'd still prefer the McCoy over him. At 88 speed, it's not going to get it done at this point in the year. Too many guys with 90, 91. New Dolphins guy got an item with 91.
The identifier shows who your opponent is using, so kind of cool.
Yeah. Wait, what does it do?
It shows who your opponent is using.
Wow.
That's next level.
That is very neat.
Yeah.
Mangold gets a center item, 90 strength, but is that's actually pretty good for center.
Yeah.
So, if you need a center, you could go there. Amendola only has 86 speed, but he does have good catch and traffic and good route running.
Short, 5'11". The Decker's 6'3", so that's a bigger difference.
Yeah, if you wanted a slot, you could go Amendola, but still, the Jay Crowder, tremendous value. Tremendous value in Jay Crowder. Now, right tackle, we don't have a great right tackle in the game right now because the Gilbert is very hard to find in draft champions, but the people have let me know that they really do like Morgan Moses. I was going to recommend the Winston, but now that I look at Morgan Moses, I think he's going to end up costing you probably less. I think you could probably get him done for less than 90. They have same, he has 3 more strength, and then route, run block, and pass block are the same.
That's pretty good.
He's better, and you get 3 more strength, and he's probably going to cost less. So go Moses over the Winston, and I think it'll help you out. Now, Fitzpatrick gets an elite, and Joe Flacco gets a gold. Neither can really be your quarterback. So we'll skip there. Gold players, I didn't see anybody make worth making a note of. I think that's where the value is in this one, but we can dig into that a little bit more in the future.
Good stuff. Fun program.
Bo's Beard, very cool.
Bo's Beard.
Guys, send Guru love if you guys pull his item, or even if you just say, hey, saw that you had an item on TWIM.
Saw your beard.
I know he's super hyped about it. Let him know the beard is...
Tell him know the TWIM crew recognizes the beard.
Yeah, let him know TWIM says that the Guru's beard is hairy good. Hairy good. Let him know. Tweet him. And I hope to get him on soon. All right, next thing we're going to do here, James, is draft. We're going to do a little draft here of draft champions. I'd like to make a note, guys, that in 10 days, Coach K from Compete Forever is having a tournament in New York, New Jersey area. You should definitely look up the information online. Search Compete Forever. That is his Twitter, and he can get you the information. But if you're serious about playing, I would absolutely compete in that event. Definitely watch it if you can't make it to New York, but if not, you should definitely try and get out to that event and compete. We'll have more information on that tournament upcoming on next week's show, but then it might be too late, so just put it on your radar.
Not only, guys, is SGibs a man of the people, but he's also a man with a beard to match along with this promotion. Look at this beard. Farls, how's your beard doing? Farls, how's it going? How's your beard doing?
Trying to make me feel inferior? Trying to make me feel small?
I didn't say that.
Because I can't grow facial hair?
Nope, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I have more hair on my back than you have on your face, times 10.
Facts.
All right.
Facts.
Next question. I do have one more question.
Okay.
Cover 2 sync.
Yeah.
Aside from that verticals play, how else would you beat it? Would you streak the outside and then have a
corner strike?
Have like go to the flat, like have a tight end on a drag, go to the other flat where he then ran away from.
Corner strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corner strike is going to attack it because it'll give you the flat. because the sink is going to play soft squat wants to drop. You'll take the flat, and if they then adjust it with a over the top or underneath or whatever, it'll then have the corner, the C route behind it.
I get it.
So the way they have to defend it is either call Mabel and be able to protect both sides of the field, or call cover 2 and then play hard flat, drop 2 buzzes, old cover 2 hawk. Remember old cover 2 hawk from 4-6?
Oh yeah.
So, yep.
All right, it's time to draft. We're gonna need an opponent here if we play a friend. So I think I already have teams drafted. So we might need a play a friend opponent on Xbox. If you're online, hold fast hope, not calling you out, but I'm absolutely calling you out 1000%. So something to consider. Gibbs, you ready to draft?
Yeah, let's do it.
You drafting, I play, or I draft and you
I think
play?
we combo. I think we
Combo?
yeah.
Combo it? All right.
Like maybe you play offense, I play defense. Or
Yeah, it's got to be Browns, right?
Let me see.
Dolphins, Lions,
Browns.
Got to be Browns.
Gotta be Browns.
Easy choice.
Easy choice.
And what do we want to build towards on offense? Like, do we want to build towards split close?
First, time out. Who's playing offense? Who's playing defense? I already forget. I already forget.
Why don't I play offense?
Okay, so I'll play defense. So defensively, I would like to build towards a 2-4-5 defense. That's what that's what we need to build towards.
Okay.
For you offensively, what are you going for?
I'd like to build towards a.
I'll say Javon Curse to be a team player here. Like I don't need the Javon Curse.
No?
No, not for the defense.
Can Ricky Williams catch out of the backfield?
Yeah. No, not concerning.
You don't think the curse is good?
I mean, the curse. I'm just saying, if you need the Williams for your offense,
I don't know.
I don't need the
do.
curse. I don't need the curse. He's not imperative to what I want to do.
But then you might get the 15th legend. I gotta think ahead.
Why do you think that?
As a man of the people, I think ahead.
All right.
You think in the moment, and that's why you lose a lot of games in the fourth quarter. With all due respect.
Shots fired, man.
Who do you want?
Can you change the?
What does the chat want?
Chat wants us in the lower corner, I think.
And I will click the button to make that happen for them. There you go, chat. Let's take Williams.
Pretty good, man.
We saw him do well.
Ricky is tough. Not battle ready, but he's still tough.
Quarterback Carson Palmer does nothing for me. I guess I have to pick this. Should I go with a tight end? It's got to be Sanders, and I'm gonna go 5 wide.
You got to go Sanders. You got to go Sanders there.
But then I already have Ricky Williams, so I can't go 5 wide. All right, Who do you want, Gibbs? This is your first pick on defense.
Let me see. He's Quan. I would go on if he had the ball already, but he doesn't. So let me see the Landon Collins. Speed, tackle. What's his
79 zone?
Play rec is really bad.
91 pop.
I don't really care about that. What's Cedric Marks got? Pattern move.
DT.
Nothing. It's terrible. Give me Quan Alexander.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, got Mark Barron. That's good.
Randall, Trey Flowers, 88 strength, 86 block shed, 86 power move. Merciless. No. Randall.
Randall. 90 speed, yeah. Give me that. Give me the Randall. Give me Brandon Williams. Show me Postlowski. Wow, Levy's pretty good.
Postlowski's is pretty good user in the middle though. He just kind of makes plays. 90 play rec.
Brandon Williams is the guy though.
The beef?
That's the best.
You need the beef?
Yeah. Give me the beef.
All right, take the beef.
Woo.
All right, an elite right here. It's either gonna be a tackle or Brandon Marshall. I think it's gotta be Brandon Marshall.
Yeah.
Now we have
speed's bad.
Yeah. We're pretty nicely shaping up though on offense for what we want to do. Armstead's pretty good.
Not bad. He's balanced.
Demario Davis.
Give me Demario Davis. I value those guys more because the 2-4-5 you can move them around more. Yeah. Carson Wentz done quarterback.
That's the guy.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah.
That's the guy.
That's the best quarterback in draft champions for value.
Coach though, look at him.
He's good, but you gotta go Wentz. Like it's Wentz and Garoppolo. Those are the two guys.
All right.
Like that's the guy.
Wentz it is.
Big fee.
You make the auto. McCourty, you don't have a corner yet. You have 7,000 linebackers.
Give me McCourty. I didn't see McCourty. I got Randall McCourty.
Oh, you got Randall McCourty.
Yeah.
Okay. Jordy Nelson,
Kelsey's
Travis
good.
Kelce,
Kelsey's
or do you need this guy?
No, I don't need him.
All right. I don't need another receiver, right? Yet.
You need a slot. Kelsey's good.
Gotta go Kelsey.
Kelsey gives you the tight end. So
Gotta
now
go
you got
Kelsey.
your offense kind of filled out.
Okay.
Tell you what, Kenny Britt.
Can't have Bortles.
Can't go Britt. Britt's not good.
83 speed. Gotta take a tackle.
You gotta go
Or a guard?
Yeah.
All right. Gotta take a guard.
Okay.
Bowman. You want Bowman, or you got guys? We got Charles.
Let's think about this.
Incognito.
You're probably gonna run a little bit, right? What's
I might go 5 wide.
You don't need Charles. We don't.
He could be a slot receiver.
Don't need him. No, not
No?
worth it. No. I mean, that's a really good item.
Yeah. Can't take Incognito, right?
Yeah, I'll take. Give me the Bowman.
All right. Should have no excuses now if you lose another game here. Sorry. Brandon Marshall, Darius Slay, David Johnson.
Wow.
Slay. Put him in the slot and blitz him.
Or put him at safety. Yeah.
Okay. Another pick for SGibs defense here.
King Kelvin. Dang, Matt. You gotta go King Kelvin.
You don't want the Honey Badger?
King Kelvin does. I mean, if we're gonna go Z spot at all, like, you gotta go Kelvin.
I already have Brandon Marshall.
Oh. All right, then okay.
I mean, you want the Honey Badger?
I mean,
are we gonna win this game on defense or?
Gonna win it on defense. What's Mike Daniels? He's pretty good.
He's not bad, yeah.
Good beef. What's Honey Badger?
You can't draft Mike Daniels over the Honey Badger in Kelvin.
Go to Honey Badger. Go to Honey Badger.
86 speed.
Play rec is pretty good though.
Man,
yeah,
too.
I'll take him if you don't want King Kelvin. If you don't want King Kelvin, like, I'll take him. He's your fourth receiver. Honey Badger will start.
Please give me an offensive player. I need one more. Oh, they gave me an offensive player. You want Calvin Pryor?
What's Amos?
He can tackle actually really well. No, maybe he can't.
Show me Pryor. Yeah, I gotta go Pryor. You can't go DeMarco.
No?
No.
You said you got to run behind.
You do, but like, you can't go there.
I have Ricky Williams, Brandon Marshall, Pound the Bean.
I don't think so.
Pound the Bean.
I don't think so.
Gibbs, you need to basically have a shutout in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I think.
Can I
How is the defense only an 80?
Can I set my defense up?
Yes, you can set your defense up, sir. We'll let you set your defense up while Cal finishes his draft up, and then we'll figure out the invite process.
Is it Cal Cool?
Which is darn near impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, why SGibs sets up his defense. Let me just implore you one more time to please go and vote in tonight's Man of the Challenge. Vote Man of the Month, Man of the People for ZFarls. Thank you for your time.
Vote SGibs.
You like Mark Barron in that role? Mark Barron on your squad initially?
Yeah, real good.
Pretty good player. You know, this is something people don't do. They don't necessarily go through their lineup. I know the smart players do, but not everybody does. So, Ben Hove, can I count on your vote? Thank you, sir. Thank you. If anybody have any babies, I'll shake hands. It's all good.
You will? You're afraid of germs.
We do fist pumps on my campaign trail. Or I just keep the Purell located next to me.
I don't really need to move anybody.
No?
Yeah.
Squad looks good?
Yeah.
Well, we only drafted one line because SGibs doesn't go to the battleground states, doesn't live in the trenches. That's okay. Our offense kind of whack. I wish we could have had Kelvin, but that's okay. We could have had a second back. We could have had Charles. We could have had one of the best offenses of all time. Unfortunately, we had to make sure Gibbs had the defense that he needed. It's okay. We'll do with a little bit less like we do every week. Not a problem.
Laughable.
Laughable it is. Gibbs, tell us a little bit more about the Classic, just while we get this game. We do. So we do this every Wednesday night, but then we also, go live during the week with live action. There's a lot. There's a lot of action. Monday's Team of the Week, Wednesday's TWIM. On the weekends, We do Sunday stream during the NFL games. How about these upcoming challenges? Like, we'll be broadcasting the games potentially.
Yeah, coming up here this weekend, we got the group stages. I believe there'll be games on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So each player would play that one game, barring schedules and stuff. One game a day. So there's a lot of action all weekend long. We are going to be streaming it over on twitch.tv/EA Sports tomorrow and Friday, casting games. We want to try and set up a stream probably around 6 p.m., but we have to see when people are going to play games. And once we get games identified, we've already reached out to a bunch of people to try and to bring those games. They'll stream, we'll recapture it, and we'll get it out to you guys. So we'll make sure to message that out. You guys can follow there. We're excited about that. Cast some of those games. Hopefully we get a lot of games to do it, and we don't just get one or two. So pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be intense. It's gonna be super, super intense. If your lights out, what are you looking to getting back to? You have world class preparation. What have you done to prepare if your lights out coming into this group stage? Have you researched everybody you're playing?
I think that when you get into a situation where you're a guy like Lights Out, you're a guy like Problem, you're a guy like anyone to kind of experience on that list, like, you go into it less panicked. You go into it doing less preparation and worrying necessarily about like what everyone else is doing. And the mindset is like, you don't over prepare. I think that when you are a first timer, like, you could have a tendency to over prepare in that, like, you don't know what to expect. So very few people can prepare and like over prepare and not have it affect them. So a guy like Lights Out, for example,
right?
He over prepares, but that's what makes him so special. That's what makes him him. I think going into it, you got guys like Problem. Yeah, I'm sure he's paying attention. You got guys like Stiff, Lights. Like, Stiff is going to be paying attention to what people are doing, but like, I think he just needs to. He's going to have his mindset of like, I'm going to play my game. I don't necessarily really care what other people are going to do. I will. It's going to give me a chance to get back to Burbank.
Right. That could be it. That could be what it takes. For the most part, let me just log in, log out of this. If you could see any of these two people play in any of the brackets, which could always happen in Burbank, like, who do you think is a good matchup? Like, have you seen somebody that does something specific that you're like, oh, well, I think this guy would give cover 2 a problem, so he might be, Spot Me is going to have cover 2 beaters 99% sure, yep. Right? So, like, he's a bad matchup for potentially somebody. Yeah,
I think a guy like Goes Madden really kind of intrigues me, like his defense. The way he was playing defense from the big down 146 and his some of his adjustments he was making, he looked really in control of the games that I've seen him play. And the way he played the cover 2 style defense, had great run defense. He just looked like you watch a game, you watch someone play, and they're just like, yeah, maybe they're only up by 3 throughout the game, or they're up by 7, up by 10, and they only win by 1 score. But like, it felt like they won by way more. Like, they just like always had the game in control. That everything was at their fingertips. Like, watching him play, that's kind of how I feel with watching him play. So I find him a very interesting matchup to see, like, when he gets into the next bracket, the PS4. I just want to see his group again real quick. See PS4. I know he's got the big dogs in his group.
Oh yeah, Mo, Duke.
Yeah, like,
D.
I'll be curious to see, like, this is a big opportunity. Like, if Goes Madden, if he can get out of Group D, is he not like most battle tested now? Like, heading into Burbank, like, does he have the most like confidence? Like, okay, I just survived a group of Mo, D. Jones, and Duke. That's a big time group. So I'll be curious I'll be really watching him play and see how he competes in that Group D on PS4.
Indeed. Working on getting the invites sent out here. Maybe
let me address something real quick here. Hold Fast to open the chat. He says, we hear a lot of talk about ZFarls Ganda. What do you have to say about that? Well, what I have to say is...
Is the question about you?
No. It's about #ZFarls Ganda. It's about what the community is, about the people in the chat. It's about the people that are voting for Man of the People. It's what they recognize as your rhetoric. It's what they
Rhetoric? Yeah.
Like it's what they recognize. Propaganda, and yeah, it's you know, there's a lot to like about ZFarls. There really is. You know, he's a very likable character. You know, he's done a lot of good things.
Don't compliment me.
But the one thing that he consistently does is he continually spins stories. He continually tries to get you to believe in his point of view. Tries to let you know and say that he's better than me, all because of recent successes. Last year's game, early on this year, but a lot of that, smoke and mirrors.
The facts don't lie, though, Gibbs. The facts don't lie. You can check the numbers. I am well in favor in our matchup. Also, you tend to choke in the fourth quarter.
Propaganda.
You can say that's not real, but the chat knows. The chat knows it's real.
Chat, let me tell you about
I
a
wish
story.
it wasn't true, Gibbs. I wish
Chat.
it wasn't that way. I wish it didn't have to be that way. I wish you could just get it together. I wish you could take your knowledge.
Do you want more of the same
flowing.
for the next year? Do you want more of the same? We want to live in a society, in a world where we get more of the same. That's exactly what you're gonna get if you vote Farls. If you vote Farls for Man of the People, that's what you're gonna get. We're gonna have more of the same. Let me bring you back. Footgate. We all remember Footgate, the lovely, great event of Footgate. Yes, sit up in your chair, please, Senator Farls. Footgate. We were playing a great, lovely game on This Week in Madden.
Not you and I.
Hanging out, playing the game, playing against Wolfman, another guy in the chat, Man of the People himself. And Farls, down. In a bad situation in the game.
False. Let me set the record straight. Let me set the record straight.
Moderator, please let me finish. My time is not up.
This is being live fact checked right now.
Moderator.
I had a lead, 14-10 with ball.
In a bad situation. Okay. In a very bad situation.
I was leading and getting the ball at half.
In a very bad situation. Okay. He was in a very bad situation. And in that situation, he conveniently,
never been confirmed. We don't know what happened.
Hit the off button on the Xbox.
We don't know what happened.
With his big toe.
Allegedly. So then why wouldn't it? What?
Toegate. We all remember it. One of the biggest scandals of the year.
Allegedly.
One of the biggest scandals of the year. We're going to get more of that if you elect him Man of the People. Let me rewind you back to 2013. To Toegate this past year. 2013. Let's bring you back. You might remember SGibs. Teddy Bruschi poster. Teddy Bruschi throwing up snow in the old office back in Boston.
That's the smoking gun.
ZFarls here, conveniently, again, knocks over the Teddy Bruschi poster, shatters the poster. My favorite poster. I know you at home have had a poster before that you loved, and it was your favorite.
Ken Griffey Jr. Riptide.
He destroyed.
But you know what,
Gibbs?
You don't want to know a little something about...
He promised he would replace it, folks. And guess what? He didn't replace it. If you want more of the same, if you want more of that same action, convenient situations, go right ahead. Vote ZFarls. But vote for SGibs. He'll save the next generation for our kids.
Number one, according to Golden Glover, how are we going to let a Pats fan accuse me of doing something wrong? Agree with that. Secondly, allegedly on Toegate. Third, Teddy Bruschi, accident, total accident.
There is a dog in that photo, Frank. You know what? I don't remember that photo because that photo's gone.
We got to come together, though, right now because we got to play Cal Cruel in the game of the week. Browns playbook. Are you ready to do this? Or are we going to argue?
Probably going to argue. We're going to get filibustered.
Yes. All right. I'll read the chat and play and win. You just stand there.
Oh, okay.
And with your haircut.
Oh, now you're going to throw shots at your running mate?
That's
okay.
we're not running together. We're running against pick.
Same difference. You're just...
How's that my fault?
Just give me the controller.
If you had let me draft Kelvin Benjamin,
I told you to draft
you
Kelvin
had
Benjamin.
given me the resources I need at critical positions in my offensive drive, we would not be in this situation. But SGibs is a soft candidate with an unproven track record who needs special interest for his defense to potentially get us a victory. Who knows? He's wasting our timeouts. He doesn't respect the clock. He doesn't respect anything. He took away resources that we needed in our offensive drive. And that is why we are in the situation we are in. Vote ZFarls, man of the people. Thank you for your time. I notice when I say to vote, nobody pumps the link in the chat.
We got a bigger budget.
polls-
We got a bigger budget for this campaign.
These polls, my ground game, not strong right now. These polls, can we get the link? Thank you very much. Cal Cruel, counter, left. SGibs gives up a touchdown on his first play. Yeah, you're not good. That's the answer to the question.
You threw a pick on your first play.
Because I didn't have the resources I need. I gave you everything that you needed.
You didn't do that.
I gave you everything.
I gave you everything you need. I gave you the opportunity to have everything you wanted.
Am I losing in this poll?
Like,
It's very close. We're not losing. We have not been defeated, folks. Get out there and vote. Who's not on the internet not voting? We probably should have ran the ball on our first play, but we didn't. We threw an interception. Brad Sean's sold out?
Yep.
Wow. That hurts.
Kicked out of bounds.
Yes.
All right, Farls.
Yeah, I'm with Knights. Are we a team? Or are we a team? Let's get it together. Yeah.
Let's just say this.
We didn't have a great start.
Let's just say this, Goes Madden. If you take a look and look at the colors of the ballot, you're going to see that good old SGibs is blue. You're going to find that ZFarls is the closest color that resembles red. So that should tell you our affiliations.
Okay.
Gibbs is dominate the uneducated vote.
Here's what I need. Hold fast hope. Normally I'd have you as my advisor, but apparently, you're more of a moderator than my advisor. I need one of my advisors. Please send me my path to victory. I don't know where my path to victory is. I need a path to victory.
You need a better ground game.
I need a path to victory.
I need more allowance.
Yodelay. I need a path
Yodelay.
to victory.
Why? Because I do.
That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
They're just like staring at a map. If the election job's your gig, you just once every 4 years you're up all night.
If you're Chuck
24-hour
Todd,
stream, yeah.
if you're Chuck Todd, that guy he's the best commentator going.
It's legit. 4th and inches, we're going for it. You know why? Because we're leaving it all on the table. We're leaving it all on the table today. We're taking on Cal Cruel in the game of the week. Draft champions.
Because I do.
Coming together.
All right, Farls. He doesn't look like have anything
With
specific
Carson
set up.
Wentz.
He might. Oh, he did have a D there.
Let's see. He went inside blitz.
That is not retro assassins. Listen, I will work with you on your Broncos offensive playbook. I will help you out with that offensive playbook. Actually, I have a great offensive scheme on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/SGibs. You can find that great breakdown, over 20 minutes of information of the Broncos offensive playbook, and that's to you, from me, man of the people. Uh-oh. Break that.
I thought I could get to the edge right there.
Yep. Another great Ben Hove. Fourth quarter Farls.
Who did Hove vote for? That's gonna hurt me.
He won't. He keeps flip flopping. He's out here flip flopping. He says he votes for you, then he says he's vote for me.
It's tough.
Man of the people. I like that Cockerel is running some of the blitzes. Oh, yeah, good check down, Farls.
All right, got 3rd and 1 coming up.
Is Ricky fighting for you?
Not really.
Do you still like the Browns book as your best favorite playbook?
Yeah. Colts, Browns, same thing. I don't really.
3rd and 1.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a timeout.
Voting polls can be found here. D. Kaler, 47.
Okay.
Farls out here wasting our timeouts.
I learned from examples. Gibbs is also voting multiple times. There could be some fraud we don't know.
Nope,
We are.
that's not true.
We don't know.
The IP enforcement is on the poll.
Ricky Williams. He got it, but like, why did that have to be so difficult?
Farls Ganda.
Korsma voted for me because he voted for the better Madden player. And then he Bob Rossed you.
Wow. So he voted for me. Truth.
Truth, facts only.
Yeah. Who you throwing to? Oh God.
That's in traffic. Got our paws on it anyway.
Who'd you throw to?
JJ Nelson. Speed advantage. Does he not have speed advantage? Big time. Big time. All right.
That's right, Nick. See, Nick gets it.
2nd and 10.
Voted. Come on, DK. Are you? Come on.
He's my guy? Yes. 4th quarter frost. I'm known to come back, so I don't mind that we're barely trailing at this point in the race because we are known for our comebacks.
Good user right there. Ooh.
That's a Dotopotamus. Let's go. Let's go, folks. Keep fighting out here.
Get out there to the polls. Get out there and vote. Reminder, the polls will close at the conclusion of this game here tonight.
Before TWIM 211 goes up on youtube.com/ZFarls, which I will stay all night to do and make available to you people to watch.
Polls close.
However, apparently the Gibbs is going to close the polls.
I do not close the polls. It's the man of the people.
Straw poll?
The man of the people.
Who decided how long this would run? 2 hours of an
community.
election? That seems...
The community.
That seems arbitrary.
Yeah, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I poll late, I win late. It's the fact of the matter. It's the fact. Fact.
You gonna snap the ball, Farls?
Trying.
Stuffed.
Brandon Marshall with the drop. If SGibs had let me
You see
utilize Kelvin Benjamin, give me the resources my
Ladies and
campaign
gentlemen, I would
needs
just like to
drive
remind
down
you
the field
that
on
this is the
offense.
exact type of situation, Farls Ganda, that always happens. If you want more of the same
I mean,
in
we
your
saw it.
future,
We
this is
saw it.
exactly what you're going to get. I said, you can have the Brandon Marshall. I will gladly take this other gentleman over here. I want you to have the King Kelvin Benjamin. He said, no, I don't need the King Kelvin Benjamin. I have the Brandon Marshall. And then we get into a situation when things don't go his way. He then flip-flops, goes back, changes his story, changes
gave
the
up a
angle,
touchdown on the
and then
first run.
tries to flip it to his angle.
Not only
Facts
did you give
only
up
from
a
me.
touchdown
Not
on the
only
first
did you
play,
start the game with the interception on the first play, you then put me in a
But
bad
I didn't
situation
burn
with
a timeout
tired
to do it.
defense.
Did I
But you
burn
also
a
burned
timeout to do
Yes,
it?
you did burn a timeout.
not to give up
Yes,
a
you
touchdown.
did burn a
I burned a
timeout.
timeout to score a touchdown, bro. You burnt a timeout to give up a touchdown. That's the difference between me and you. That's why you should vote for ZFarls as man of the people.
Why do you get to do kick returns?
See, Golden Glover agrees.
What?
My guy, I would dominate the YouTube vote. The YouTube crowd right now
Debatable.
is ready to jump on my campaign. And I refuse to concede to SGibs due to his arbitrary timing. We shall see. I'll have to see the polls first.
That's true.
I'll have to see the polls. I want to see this is legitimate. You keep over there clicking on the votes. You keep clicking. I see you have multiple browsers up. You phoned in multiple IPs. Here we go. Sack, lunch, fumble. SGibs unable to capitalize on an opportunity.
Falls Ganda.
Had a shot.
Falls Ganda.
Madden threw him a prayer. Couldn't jump on it. Not a lot of activity when that ball was on the ground. Must not want it bad enough. All right, 2-4-5 here. We're in the Browns offense, Brown defense. This is draft champions taking on a TWIM extraordinaire, Cal Cruel. Been around the community a long time, giving him that shot. I tried to play him last year multiple times, never got that game in, so we're rewarding him with a game tonight on the game of the week. And SGibs has another ball down behind the line of scrimmage and once again is unable to make a play. No surprise there, though, as
Falls Ganda coming in. See? Retro sees it. They see it.
We never know. You never know whose foot could have hit the power button.
Your foot.
Claim it's me.
Yeah.
But how do they know? I'll show you what's under there. It's just a lot of cords, and there's no way for anybody to really know.
Take it.
Cal Cruel going to make it 3rd and 26. Thank you very much for your vote, Nunyo. I appreciate that. We're going to have a big party, and we're going to make SGibs pay for it. We're going to have champagne. We're going to have a victory party. He's not invited, but you will be, Nunyo, for your vote, for your loyalty, for your support for the campaign of Man of the People for ZFarls. SGibs now trying to ban screen passes after this game. He hates screen passes. He hates people that run screen passes. He will try and ban them after this game. You hate screen passes. You were so mad right there. When you picked up that blogger there, you were so mad right there.
I've never said that.
There's 200 episodes of TWIM on the internet. You're gonna come out right now. You're gonna come up right now. You're gonna say,
wow,
on National Live Internet, you hate screen passes. You're gonna tell me that you hate screen passes. You're gonna tell me on National Live Internet that you're gonna say that you don't hate screen passes.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, okay?
You're gonna tell me you don't hate screen passes, and I have fact checkers going through all 210 other episodes of This Week in Madden.
Do you?
Yeah, and they're looking for that one video where you said that you hated screen passes.
Falls, how is
B not going to be open?
Falls, I have built offenses around screen passes. Have you?
Yeah.
Nope, you weren't there.
Eye for an eye.
I have built offenses back in Madden 09, back in 2008, 2010, 2011. I built offenses around screen passes. So go back and look at the record. Go back and take a look at SGibs.com and just see a lot of what I've done out there on the streets, in the playbooks, in the schemes. Late read to the flat, you're going to get more of that if you vote Falls.
Should I throw a screen pass? Corner strike? Who's my campaign strategist? I need to play. Corner strike it is. What's the adjustment you like to make here?
Falls Ganda is real. Words that have never been spoken by Gibbs are proclaimed true. Interesting.
What do you like here?
Okay.
A on a streak?
I would motion out B and just throw it to him. You got to smart route him.
How would I know that?
Because you're not a man of the people. That's how. That's exactly why. More of the same. You vote Falls. No, you can't. Do not put me in.
A man of the people will go for this.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
A man of the people will go for this.
Do not go for this. You're gonna no. You can't.
A man of the people will go for this.
No, he wouldn't. You're gonna put us in a bad situation. You can't go for this. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Aggressive behavior. That's what you're gonna get for the next year if you vote for this man. Do you see the actions he's taking? He's putting a wall in between the two of us.
We need this.
It's 4th and 19. You pressure off the right edge, and you're not even ready for it.
Dot. He dropped that? Wow. Some people go for it all, Gibbs. Some people leave it all on the line. Others don't. They want to take the safe way out, and that's...
You know what, guys? Good thing I've been on the streets for so long, and I understand how to get out of situations like that. I'll do my best. I'll fight here to do everything I can in this situation.
Spoiler alert, it's not going to be enough. Critical mistake in the campaign right there from Farls. Got aggressive. Some people like that. Some say that brings up his uncoachable route, you know. They wanted him to be more coachable in this match to see if he had what it took. It doesn't appear like he did right there. Speaking of uncoachable, it's impossible to teach Gibbs how to stop the run. Gibbs has a lot of experience, real-world experience. He's going to need every bit of it right here. You know, I know the bailout is real. I know SGibs can bail me out of this situation. JK. I know SGibs can bail me out of these situations. That's why we went for it. We decided
Too much
to play aggressive.
unnecessary risk shows the lack of experience, lack of trust,
we gave him
lack of inability to
every single
manage,
resource on defense.
the lack of the ability to manage an actual man of the people constitution of people.
We gave Gibbs every single resource on the defensive side of the ball for tough situations just like that. You know what? We said, Gibbs, we might put you in some tough situations, but you're going to have every resource you need to make sure you can lock up.
Farls Ganda, the people understand what you're doing. It's not the first time they've heard this from you.
And you were unable to deliver right there.
Was that your stomach?
My body makes weird noises. I was in a meeting today, did not feel good about it. SGibs would have banned that screen pass right there, but instead, it goes for a big gain for Farls. Unfortunately, SGibs is kept in checks and balances by the Madden community.
That's the first time that this man has ever run a screen pass.
You hate screen passes.
That's not true. I've built many offenses around. I've built many beautiful screen passes. Offenses around screen passes. I've built many beautiful offenses around screen passes. Let me tell you, and I did them on time.
Fumble. That's coming back though. He was down.
And I built those offenses and I executed them on time.
That's coming back. He was down. Booth review. Overturned. Thankfully, we were able to do that. I want to say it's like TWIM like 85 or like 150. Like you went in on screen pass users.
I've built many offenses around screen passes. Many. And they've all been great. Every one of them has been great. And a lot of people have liked those offenses. A lot of people have liked those offenses. And you know,
run defense? Disaster.
Some of the best people in the world have used my screen pass offenses. Guys like DC Bama. Guys like Zan. I have 10 competitive Madden players out there in the wild right now using my screen pass offenses from back in the day. A lot of people have used my screen passes.
Madden 10? Bucks playbook? Single back wide trips?
Mm-hmm. This man here has used my offense built around an offensive screen pass.
It's not it. We need to play here. It's 4th down already. Can I go for this?
Why? Kick the field goal. Kick a
40-yarder.
Go to gun bunch week. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it gonna work to the short side?
Yeah, it's the best side. I'd block the halfback. Block Kelsey. And motion him out. He's in cover 2. You should be able to on the left side. He's giving you X. Oh.
Unable.
Once again,
We're gonna need a play here, Gibbs. We're gonna need a play here. Let's see. 2-4-5. Corner strike. I thought that I could have sworn. What happened on 1st down? 2nd down, we threw a screen pass. 3rd down?
I shoulda, woulda.
there are rumors that you stole your screen pass based offense. Is this true?
DC Bama.
Didn't sound convincing. I guess we'll let Gibbs focus on this game with all of his resource-based defense. He's going to need to get a stop, or he's going to have some questions to answer. I mean, offensively, we all knew that this was happening. Third and 6. 30 seconds to go. Need to stop. Gun bunch left. Cal Cruel. Offense. Corner. Route. Ball comes out. 27 seconds to go. Does he punt or does he go? We could really use him going for it and not getting it. That would be big. If he punts, we're probably not going to have enough time. He's going to kick a field goal, which means he's definitely not going to kick a field goal. Am I right? He's not in range.
So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. Now hold everything.
Interesting.
He was definitely not kicking a field goal.
Mental pretzel right there. Maybe he tried to hit punt. Yeah, he must try to hit punt.
Before we get to halftime. Here's Brad Wing now.
Need punt safe.
Second punt, he'd take a repeat of his first.
Madden 25 was pretty good at Madden 25. BS Seba.
The kicks away as he angles this one from the
Punt.
sideline.
All right, we have 22 seconds.
That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17.
Probably gonna throw a pick, but I'll try and at least get the pick downfield for you.
Yeah?
Yeah, how does that sound?
That sounds great. Thanks, Farls.
Probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
If only we had a guy right now like Jamal Charles kind of sneak out into a role
Yeah?
where he could be effective for us. Fortunately, just couldn't commit to the resources. But hopefully next time around.
Receivers set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Wentz now on first down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills.
You continually come out in that play when it's a quick audible.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves us.
I come out in this play, but then you're flipped. So it's like not ideal.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On first and 10, here's Wentz. He's got touchdown.
Is that the best completion of the year?
Wow.
Should be backed up to the 25.
That's what you do?
That's my fault. Well,
That's the direction
I
you're
go
gonna
to
lead.
I
That's
go
the
deep to Brandon Marshall one-on-one
That's the
downfield.
direction you're going to lead.
He's
this-
already caught a touchdown.
That's the direction you're going to leave these people to?
What? Take a big play at the end of the half? Make an incredible catch by Kenny Stills after 4 tips.
Uncle Momo makes a great point. I have taught an entire generation how to play Madden at a high level. An entire
level?
generation.
High level. Gibbs, you're about the X's and O's. I'm about the Jims and the Joes. That's what I'll say. Yeah.
Is that what people are going to go for Halloween this year? Jims and the Joes?
The Jims and the Joes. I'm in this for little Jimmy, who is looking to find the best items for his ultimate team. And I say, you know what? Go check out Fedorowicz, because the community has reported to me through YouTube, who's unable to vote on this, that he has great strength and run block. You should grab him and put him on your team while you have the chance this month. That's who I'm in it for. Maybe they don't play at the highest level Gibbs. Maybe they do run screen passes because they don't know any better. Maybe they don't know how to use the middle linebacker yet. But those are the people I fight for constantly. I fight for them. I let their voice be heard. You want to ban screen
Is it
passes.
true?
You hate screen passes.
Is it true you're going to take more hot routes away from us?
No.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
In fact, I'm one of the biggest supporters of conductor chemistry quarterbacks that there is.
You are?
I am.
Blatantly going to say that in front of me.
Yeah, I am one of the most staunch supporters of chemistry, ability chemistry, conductor quarterbacks that there is in this entire community. The exit polls have Gibbs winning, which means I'm probably going to win. Go, go, go.
Go?
Yeah, tackle him and like hit him. That's what I was thinking. See, you're not convincing. I love hot routes. I'm one of the original hot route masters. I love end zone fades that I used to beat SGibs in Madden 12.
I've run many end zone fades.
And they were in Ramsey's Barden.
And they were fantastic. And they were fantastic, let me tell you. Oh.
Let's go. 2nd and 4. 3rd quarter. Down 7, playing Cal Cruel. Draft champions. Game of the week. Need a big play here. SGibs. Even with Beef. Brandon Williams up front. I think that cost us 2 picks because of his size. Unable to stop the run. Gonna have to find a way. Halfback base. The folks that vote for Gibbs, I get it. They're simple. They're simple folks. They love, you know, the little things. They love the little things. They don't know. That guy looks happier. Yeah, I'm just voting for him. He smiles more. I'm gonna vote for Gibbs. I live in a bubble.
Oh, yeah?
Whereas the people that ride or die with Farls, they know the deal. They know about. They don't even know the routes I have. I have the best routes. Says Mark. See, 4-man 30, he knows. He knows the deal. He's next level. It's great. It's great that people vote for you. They like your beard. You know, maybe I think the Gibbs guy looks like more fun to have a beer with. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Gibbs. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that want to go to the next level, and I'm gonna take them there. I'm gonna take them all the way. That's why you should vote for me. 2nd and 10 right here. Gun bunch. Corner route. Despite all the defensive resources, unable to stop it there. He might have had two flat zones. He might be rattled, folks.
Had a buzz and a hard flat.
He might be rattled. I'd love to try that SGibs guy's yogurt. I'm going to vote for him. The fact is he's never going to let you try the yogurt. I mean, he can't even stop the run. Even with all the resources we gave him, he's wasting them. This guy has no budget. He had no budget on his team. He just said, give me 11 rounds worth of picks for him.
Yeah, he doesn't understand a thing about budgets. Doesn't understand a thing about
I manage budgets. I managed a fabulous budget. You can ask Pete.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense.
Scorpions voting for you. That's fine. That happens. You can ask Shotmaster who he would vote for. I know Shotmaster. We drink vanilla bean smoothies.
Farls gain to go into the next level equals going from 4th and 19 for his own 10.
You never know when you're gonna get it.
And trying to sell it to
We're aggressive.
people.
We're aggressive. You know? I'm just trying to make plays. You know, I may not have all the answers, but I'm trying to work with people to just do anything about this gridlock. You know, there's gridlock. We can't move the ball. They can't move the ball. We can't move the ball. They can't move the ball. Yeah, maybe sometimes you gotta throw up a Hail Mary on 4th and 19. You know, I'm not afraid. I'm asking questions, just trying to get out there. Flips the play. He's in field goal range. 36 seconds. SGibs making all the adjustments that the average user is unable to make. Checks down. Puts a hurting on my controller while we're at it. Farls Ganda is a myth perpetuated by Gibbs and his disciples. You could almost say it's Gibbs Ganda because about Farls Ganda.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. It's Packer football here.
Yana Yankee, the auction house tax, it's not on my current campaign ballot, but I will take that feedback, as you know. As you know, as a man of the people. As a man of the people.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
3rd and 7. 4th quarter. He's had the ball all half on SGibs. Unable to get the ball back in his court. Trying to send pressure from the right side of the field. Against the trips, going to hit the halfback, got to make the tackle, wraps up, going to be a field goal. Let me block that.
Do not go off sides.
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And
Thought you were gonna block it.
Thought I was going to block it.
it's good. And they
What's up, Marley? How you doing, man?
now 17-7. So a
We need some plays for offense.
If I were to elect
Gibbs, will you cross
Ben
the
Hove,
aisle?
to elect Ben Hove into
the
my
fourth quarter?
cabinet, what position would he hold? Ben Hove would be Lord Overseer.
He's
of
already-
of all things digital.
He's already my czar of games, so you can't have him in your
he
cabinet.
would be Lord Overseer. You're making him Czar. I'm making him Lord Overseer.
Czar's better.
Of all digital things.
We need plays.
All digital things.
We need plays.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll fight
Do you have any plays?
7-yard line.
We're going to need some gun bunch. I'm going to need you to cross the aisle.
Sure, gun bunch. Punch week.
I'm going to need
Flip
you to
it.
cross the
Flip
aisle.
it. And I want you to go to corner strike.
We're going to run out of time here. I need you to focus.
Did you call corner strike?
I know you. This is
All
the
right,
one time you're going to
put-
read the chat.
Put RB on an out. Motion Marshall out. He's got to like pause for a second, then you can give it to him. Got him. You missed him. They were late. All right, I want you to do this. Hit B. Hit B. Hit B. I want you to go right, right, right. I want to hit there. I want you to flip it. I want you to go wide receiver fork. Let me read the defense.
3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Need you to cross the aisle.
Let me read the defense before you make any hot routes. Do not make a hot route.
I will not make a hot route.
Better read the defense. Let's see.
They say I'm uncoachable. This is me being coachable.
Okay, play action left. I want you to streak A. I want you to slant B. I want you to block Y. Side protect right. Slant is your underneath option if you got to get rid of it quick, but you want to go to Marshall deep. Drop to everybody. Roll right. B, B, B. Good, great job. Good job. Good job.
Okay.
I want you to come out wide receiver fork again. Yep. I need you to make a big boy play here.
Okay.
He's gonna. Okay. I want you to hit. I want you to hit B. I want you to go to gun bunch tight end. Gun bunch tight end.
We only need
please.
3.
Just gun bunch tight end, please. Yep. Call that. I want you to go down, curl flat corner.
We only need 3.
Just listen to me. I want you to max protect. I want you to fade X. I want you to drag A. I want you to in B. You have mesh underneath, and if you get time in the pocket, stills will be wide open.
Wentz now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it.
All right, okay, I want you to come out and curl flat corner again. I want you to play action audible left.
Okay.
That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being
Play action audible left.
Very coachable.
And then you're going to block the halfback.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Block the halfback. Fade Kelsey. You're going to motion Sanders X out left. Snap it before he sets. That's a user catch route like Z-spot.
Okay.
But Y and B, Y should get open, wide open right on the right sideline.
And here on 2nd and 10.
All right, that works too. Good job. All right, I want you to come out in corner strike.
3rd and 2.
Just come out in corner strike.
And so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this point,
Flip it.
he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear,
Poor temperament.
I want
Very
you to put
bad
A on an in, RB on an out.
A on an in.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards.
RB on an out. RB probably your number one read. He's going to be really concerned about X. Flat on the right probably open too, but
Motion
RB,
X or yes?
Yeah, motion him out left. You got to make a read. Go. X is wide open. Go. Yeah, out of bounds. Out of bounds. Should we kick the field goal now? Couple plays.
You think he can get a stop?
Just
We should score. We should
Yeah.
score. Don't we haven't.
gun bunch tight end. Go hit RB. No. Why is it flipped?
You said hit RB. So I hit the R trigger because I don't take
Play action left. Play action left. Block the halfback. Motion Marshall out. God, you're so bad.
We're gonna run out of time.
Snap it. Get rid of. Bad, man. It's bad. Go down. Curl flat corner.
Poor temperament. He's gonna get so angry. You wonder why I am the way I am. Folks, it's only 11 votes, and YouTube hasn't even hit yet. The polls are closing
At the end of the game.
at
of
the
week.
end of this game. Get out and vote.
All right, max protect. I want you to fade X. I want you to put Kelsey on an in. I want you to motion Marshall out left, and you're gonna snap throw to him once he like kind of pauses and sets. He'll be open. Motion him left. Wait for him to go. Throw it to him.
How's that my fault?
Because you have no contextual like skill of the game when it comes to like small things.
So I guess I should just run a screen pass if I have no skill.
You have skill. You don't have contextual skill to like those type of functions that like everybody does. It's true.
Is he blitzing?
Yeah, pressure off the right edge. I'd block Kelsey. Slide protect right. Block Kelsey. All right. Go to gun bunch week. Gun bunch week. Let me see the plays. Yeah, go to corner strike. Flip.
We'll flip it right there.
No, because it's a waste of a hot route now. That's why you don't do that. Don't flip it. Leave it.
We don't
where it
always
is.
have conductor Gibbs where I come from.
Yes, you do. You
don't
play
have
with Steve.
every
You
item.
play with Steve McNair.
I don't have every item.
All right. I want you to smart route X. I want you to smart route A.
Mental pretzels.
I want you to come out in it. I want you to come out in it flipped. All right, smart route X. Put A on an in and smart route him. Put RB on an out and smart route him. Block the halfback. Put Brown on a out and smart route him. And then B on an out route and smart route him. That's Brown. And then motion X out. X is your number one guy, but you have a ton of ins that get to the first down. God, you're so bad at that. X is wide open.
We'll take 3.
For like more of the same. If you vote for this man, you're gonna get the best play in the game.
How many hot routes did you just
You're
tell
gonna
me
get
to
the
do?
best play in the game, and you're gonna get a guy that can't use the motion snap properly.
You're going to get a clutch fourth quarter player who just nailed a field goal to make it a one-score game and put the controller back in this man's hands with all the resources in the world, and he's going to get pounded out by Cal Cool's ground game. Well, I went across the aisle. I went across the aisle.
Oh, you did?
We need a lock-up defensive performance right here from SGibs. He has 3 timeouts and all the guys in the world. I made that field goal. That was a 48-yard field goal. Draft champions.
He's got all the guys in the world.
Ask him. His phenomenal defense. Phenomenal defense. It's time to lock up. This is that's fourth quarter Farls getting the score. Give me the ball back. I guarantee a score. I guarantee a score if I get the ball back.
Timeout.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait.
After this one, yeah. I mean, you gotta get a stop though. Yeah, but. We must lock up. I am guaranteeing a score if we get the ball back. Timeout.
It's big Brandon Williams.
Game. And that's the resources I speak of. I give people what they need in positions to do big things at the time they need them. Make big players, make big plays in big games. I allow people to do that. That is why I am fourth quarter Farls. That's why I earn your vote. It's only a few minutes to go left. Get to the polls. Vote for Farls. Thank you.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout.
Did he take a timeout?
With just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Fake punt, right?
Did he take a timeout?
No, I did. Punt safe, right?
Yeah, punt save.
Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for Green Bay.
He wouldn't be diabolical enough, would he?
Nah, I don't think so.
He might, right?
Nah.
He's a great punter.
Very good. One of the best punters.
He's one of the best punters in the world.
All right, we got to reach across the aisle here. Give me 10 to go.
All right, give me gun double open. No, give me go up real quick. Go up. Go up. I form. Single back. Sorry, single back. Over one ace.
We got to...
God, no.
There's not that much time left. We don't have any time to call plays.
You do.
14 seconds.
In practice, usually on a Friday, they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've
Pressure right. Nope. Coverage RB. You want me to take over?
Nope,
All
we're
right.
good.
Why would you go no huddle?
Because we're running out of time.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the
This is what you're going to continually get. Like, this is what you're going to
How
continually
is
get.
that a safety?
You're going to continually get someone
is that a safety?
You're going to continually get
We need
someone
an onside punt
you're
kick.
Gonna, you're going to
Onside punt kick.
Continually get somebody that can't complete passes, has no
Onside
offense,
punt kick.
has no offense. You're going to get somebody that doesn't know the buttons.
Close the polls. You said the polls were closing at 10.
No.
The polls need to close right now.
I did not say
Where is the straw poll?
That's not true.
You said the polls
No.
were closing at 10.
You're gonna get
It's
more
now
of the
12
same
minutes
with
over.
ZFarls.
You're going to have
More
now
of the same.
voter fraud across the board.
More
All
of
of these
the
votes
same.
are invalid. All of these votes are invalid. You know what?
they're
I poured
not.
my heart and soul out. You put me in a bad position with no resources on offense at the 16-yard line with 1 minute to go.
No,
And you
I
yelled
got-
at me.
I got
You
the
didn't even
ball
come to
back
get into
for
play.
you.
The race has never been closer, folks. The race has never been closer. We trail by minuscule amount of votes. I implore you to go to the straw poll and choose a true man of the people. We must
That was the
close.
most embarrassing drive for the man of the people of all time. 2 sack fumbles to lose the game. You think you're fit to lead these people?
How many offensive linemen was I allowed to draft? None, because you had them all on the defense.
Oh, yeah, okay. I believe you said, I don't want Richie Cognito. We can't go Richie Cognito. Can't go.
We already had a left guard, Gibbs.
No.
We already had a left guard. Close the polls.
Man of the people.
I need Retro Assassins to open Google Chrome, Netscape Navigator, Firefox, Safari, all of them, and just start voting for ZFarls. Thank you. If your brother has a computer, go in his room, borrow it. If your brother has an iPad, an iPhone, an Android, I'm also Team Android. I don't know if that helps get me any more votes. I need your votes before this closes. Could not be closer. I gotta tweet it out.
No. It's closed.
No.
The poll closes.
The game's not over.
I didn't close it yet. I didn't close it.
The show's not over.
Brad Wing now. Run away for the 4th time today.
Man of the people, SGibs. Oh, you get the game's over. Polls are closed.
No,
Polls are closed.
you can't close.
SGibs
No,
wins.
you can't close it.
I can.
No, you can't.
SGibs wins.
No, you can't.
Polls are closed.
Nope.
Polls are
Nope.
officially closed.
Final votes. There's people in line right now.
No,
Final
they're not.
votes. Time.
How do you close the dang poll?
Nope, don't do it yet. SGibs.
The poll, it's over.
ZFarls
It's over. SGibs is a man.
You can't
of,
close it. I'm
yes, he
tweeting it
can.
out. I'm tweeting it out.
It doesn't
so you don't close
matter.
it. No.
Yes, it's over. It's over.
Nope. The show's not over. The show is not over.
It's over,
No,
Falls.
we said when TWIM ends.
No.
We said when TWIM
No,
ends.
I said when the game of the week ends, it's over. That's
Nope.
what we said.
Nope.
It's over. Man of the people, SGibs has won. I am happy to be the man of the people. I won. It feels great to be out here.
What did the comments say?
Man, what do they say? They say SGibs puts in work, saves our kids and beakers. See, he's a man of the people. Hey, I'm. It's great. I feel good. Man of the people.
It's tough out there.
So that'll do it for us. For
Hey, great race. Are you going to concede?
Once TWIM ends,
TWIM is over. It's when
TWIM is winding down.
No, it's game of the week.
TWIM is winding down. The game
It's
of the week is over.
No,
TWIM is over. The game of the week is over. We need to go into the replay. I need to see what happened on the sack fumble.
It's over.
And then
It's over. It is over.
we are 3 votes down, folks. Get to the polls. They're in line right now.
No,
Folks
it's
are in line
over.
right now.
It's over, Farls.
Nope.
You lost. Farls, you lost.
Nope.
And now
Not
you're
yet.
cheating.
Not
And now
yet.
you're cheating.
Not
now
yet.
you're cheating.
Refresh.
Now you're cheating.
You exited the game. You're trying to get this thing done as soon as
It
possible.
was game of the week, Farls. It's over. You
No.
lost.
No.
Yes. You.
I will.
You,
No. I will discuss this.
Farls, you lost. Polls closed after the game of the week. Right there, Farls. Right there. It's over.
It is.
You lost.
It is too close to count right now. We need a
Farls?
recount.
No, we don't.
It is.
You lost.
It's within 3 votes.
You lost by 2 points. You lost by 2 points, Farls. 51-49. You lost by 2 points. It's over. You're no longer the supposed
It is
man.
tied. It's 132, 129.
Of the people.
The people are coming out.
I am the man of the people.
It is almost tied.
I am the man of the people elect, Farls.
Vote for me. I haven't cast my vote yet.
Farls, it ended. It's over.
Mrs. Madden tips.
It's over, Farls.
Vote for me.
It's over.
It's 50-50.
Farls,
I will not concede.
Farls, it's
It
over.
is 50-50.
Farls, it's over.
No.
It's over.
I'm taking the lead.
That's,
I took the lead.
that's not.
I took the lead.
The polls are
I took the
closed.
lead.
Farls, the polls